The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Good morning. Millions owed to BPL. The straw market reopens after 20 months. And the latest numbers on COVID in the Bahamas. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
It's a new day. Wake up. It's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's here. It's the start of the end of the old way. Revolution. Wake up. It's a new day. Wake up. It's a new day.
It's 49. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Don Sargent will be joining us. Also, this morning, we'll be talking with BTC. Black Friday is just days away. They'll tell us about what their deals are. We've got another drawing of the Bahamas COVID vaccination raffle. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, millions owed to BPL. BPL resuming disconnections last year, but since then, the company had a change of policy, raising the threshold for disconnections from $300 to $500, but those disconnected still having issues. And so now the company is owed millions, over $100 million, according to BPL CEO Whitney Hasty, as customers are struggling to make payments, even with BPL allowing extended periods to pay off balances. BPL says now, though, that customers must come up with half the outstanding balance to get back on the grid. That announcement coming yesterday as Works and Utilities Minister Alfred Sears thanked the outgoing board of BPL and welcomed in a new one, led by businessman and Exuma Chamber of Commerce President Pedro Roll. The goal is to deliver electricity, efficiency, and economically, and to meet the goal of increasing renewable energy to 30% by 2030. After 20 months, the downtown Nassau Straw Market reopens. Artisans eagerly return to work. Following a ceremony to reopen the site yesterday. And the government says it's going to give vendors some time to catch themselves financially before they have to pay up on their arrears. Ahead of the market's closure in March 2020, former Works Minister Desmond Bannister reported 20% of vendors were behind in payments. When the pandemic struck, the daily rent of $5 plus VAT was indefinitely suspended, and the 2021 payment of annual registration fees for vendors and their helpers were waived. Asked about this yesterday, Minister Sears said the government wants to ensure that everyone is able to return to work and that there will be a common sense approach to collecting outstanding rent. Overseas, Israel today beginning administering the coronavirus vaccine to children aged 5 to 11. The country recently emerged from a fourth COVID wave, and daily infections have been relatively low for the past few weeks. But the health ministry showing that a large share of the new infections have been in children and teenagers. Children aged 5 to 11 make up nearly half of active cases. Officials hope the new inoculation campaign will bring down numbers and perhaps stave off a new wave. Israeli media reporting low demand for the shots on the first day they were available to this age group. Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett was expected to accompany his son, 9-year-old David, later today to get his jab in a bid to encourage parents to have their children vaccinated. Israel, with a population of more than 9 million, has had more than 1.3 million infections since the start of the pandemic and more than 8,100 deaths. And from Haiti, 2 of 17 members of a missionary group who were kidnapped more than a month ago are safe and said to be in good spirits after being freed. Their U.S.-based church organization making that announcement. Christian Aid Ministries issued a statement Sunday saying it could not give the names of those released, why they were freed, or other information. The Ohio-based group said, quote, "While we rejoice at this release, our hearts are with the 15 people who are still being held." The missionaries were kidnapped by the 400 Maozo gang on October 16th. There are 5 children in the group of 16 U.S. citizens and 1 Canadian, including an 8-month-old. Their Haitian driver was also abducted, according to a local human rights organization. The leader of the 400 Maozo gang has threatened to kill the hostages unless his demands are met. Authorities have said the gang was demanding $1 million per person, although it wasn't immediately clear that included the children in the group. A spokesman for Haiti's National Police confirming to the Associated Press that 2 hostages were released. On Sunday, the FBI, which is helping Haitian authorities recover the captives, has declined to comment. In sports from the NFL Monday Night Football action, Tom Brady tossing 2 touchdowns and his Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the New York Giants 30-10. From the NBA, the Phoenix Suns winning their 13th straight, beating the Spurs 115-111. And from college basketball, right here in the Bahamas, number 1 South Carolina beating number 2 UConn 73-57. Taking place at the Battle for Atlantis tournament, the inaugural women's game. The men kick off tomorrow. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. In weather for today, a frontal system across the central Bahamas will produce some unsettled weather as it moves toward and into the southeast Bahamas later today. But a reinforcing cold front will race across the islands and merge with the first front by tonight, and that's going to bring drier, cooler conditions. Meanwhile, an elevated risk of rip currents, especially along the northern and eastern shorelines, will continue today. Mariners should be alert for possible waterspout activity. Localized flooding is also possible in low-lying and flood-prone areas during heavy downpours and prolonged rainfall events. For the northwest and central Bahamas today, we're looking at variably cloudy and windy conditions with isolated showers and a few possible thunderstorms, mainly in the central Bahamas. Small craft advisory is in effect. Look for gusty winds and higher seas in or near heavy showers and thunderstorms. Winds northwest to north at 15 to 25 knots, gusty at times, seas 6 to 9 feet, but slightly higher in north to northeasterly swells. For the southeast Bahamas, variably cloudy, warm, and a bit breezy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Small craft caution will come into effect later today. Expect gusty winds and higher seas in or near heavy showers and thunderstorms. Wind southwest to west at 10-15 knots early, shifting northwest to north at 15 to 20 knots later today. Seas 2 to 4 feet, but building to 4 to 7 feet later today. Look for high temperatures getting up to around 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. Overnight lows getting down to 66 Fahrenheit, 19 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook and a look at the tropics coming up after traffic in just a bit.
Wake up, it's a new day.
You're listening to Morning Blend. When we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on your home for fresh news, smart talk, all day, Guardian Radio 96.9.
It's the start of a new way. You know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
We are working to protect our country, our people, and our livelihoods so that we can move forward. The vaccine is safe. The vaccine is easy. The vaccine is essential for our recovery. If we want to rebuild our economy, if we want to get back to our jobs, if we want to get back to our lives, our families, we must do this together.
Technology makes every day in life just a little bit easier. Whether it's for joy, productivity, or creativity, Custom Computers has all the latest gadgets to conquer any obstacle. Imagine automating mundane tasks with tech and living a freer, richer lifestyle, all while staying on top of your goals. The path to freedom could fit in the palm of your hand. Discover tomorrow's technology today at Custom Computers on Patton Street, Cable Beach, and Capes Village through the Blake Road entrance.
For 38 years, Strachan Commercial Pest Services has provided trained, certified technicians while using environmentally safe, industry-standard products. Pests can devastate your business. Together, we will ensure adequate sanitation standards and safe pest exclusion methods. Uncontrolled pest problems lead to significant financial loss due to food contamination, business disruption, and stock waste. Strachan provides detailed solutions protecting your business and reputation. Strachan, #1 in pest control services.
What does Christmas mean to you? What about the joy and satisfaction you get in starting the home projects you've wanted to do all year? CIBC First Caribbean helps you make your Christmas wishes come true with easy and flexible financing and personal loans. Apply online and smile all the way this holiday season. Visit CIBCFCIB.com for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
At CBS Bahamas, Black Friday is back and bigger than ever. Mark your calendars for Friday, November 26th. Set your clocks because doors open at 5 a.m. Wear your shopping shoes and get there early. There are be deals galore in store on everything from hardware and lawn care to housewares and small appliances. It's all going down this Black Friday at CPS Bahamas Southwest Plaza, Carmichael Road. All COVID protocols will be strictly enforced.
Wake up today. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. 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 Wake up, wake up.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 96 and BTC Flow Channel 612. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Don Sargent will be joining us. You can join the conversation as well. We'll give you the phone numbers to call in just a bit. But you can also follow us on Twitter. Tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook. You can leave your comments right there, facebook.com/morningblend969. Email us, morningblend@nasguard.com. Or you can text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. Coming up this morning, more weather and traffic. We've got another drawing of the Bahamas COVID vaccination raffle a little bit later. And then in Morning Blend Business, we're talking about BTC, their Black Friday deals, and more of what's making news, including with BPL. We're going to get into that as well. So right now, though, let's begin with what's in the news. Okay, in the news, lots of talk about what's happening with COVID and what's going on where we're at this point. Of course, if you've seen the numbers are much lower than they normally are, and that's great stuff. That is excellent. Back to single digits. And so there have been lots of people who've been expressing concern that we might be getting complacent, that there are people letting their guard down, right? Especially now that we don't have curfews. It's a relaxed environment. People are talking about partying again. They're here, there, and everywhere. And so many are using those words that strike fear in the hearts of everybody. Fourth wave. Let's not encourage that, right? Because we can control this. We can do something about it. But some are concerned. And on top of that, we're seeing a slowdown in the uptake of vaccines. Now, Michael Darville, the Minister of Health, was talking about this over the weekend, and in the NASA Guardian yesterday, he's quoted as saying that the numbers are down, but there was a slight uptick last week. But he said the government is trying to figure out ways to encourage more Bahamians to get vaccinated. He said they are also considering making third doses on the vaccines available to immunocompromised people. He says, quote, "We are looking at the possibility to start administering a third dose of Pfizer for individuals who are immunocompromised. The science is clear that the third dose adds additional protection, and we must follow the science. And of course, you look around the world, most countries like the US, the UK, they are speaking about the booster shots. And for us, we're looking at literature very carefully. Vaccines are very precious to us, but there are people who are leaving the country and going to South Florida to get the third dose. And we must be mindful of this. And so the vaccination committee is tossing this around in our minds. But the vaccines that we have, we believe the best priority would be for individuals who have not gotten any vaccines. But at the same time, we must think about the possible shots for individuals over the age of 60, because the science is also clear that they are the ones who are the most vulnerable and the ones who, if there is going to be any vaccination breakthrough, it's in that population and the possibility of being admitted to a hospital. Darville says that PAHO has its position about the booster shots and believe that this is not the appropriate time. But at the same time, they have places around the world who are actively giving the booster shots. And so they have to weigh all the information as a country. All right, so that is very interesting. So if I want to get your reaction to that, before we get to that, though, I want you to hear what else Dr. Darville is saying about what the numbers are showing, the latest numbers, and this redesigned graphic that came out yesterday with a whole lot of information about where we are. Looking at it for the month, it seems, and looking at admissions and deaths for the month of October. We'll get to that in a bit. But take a listen to this piece from our Kyle Joaquin. No, we might have an issue with that. Don is with us now while we work to sort that out. Don Sargent, good morning. Great to have you with us.
Good morning, Dwight.
Yes, good morning. Hope you're doing well. All right.
Still alive, right? That's always a bonus.
Right. All right. So let's get people's reaction to this. What's happening here? There are people. I know some people who have actually gone and they've gotten their booster already, and they've traveled to get that. Quite a few, actually, especially since it's been 6 months for them since they got, because they had traveled initially to get theirs.
So you're getting your booster soon, Dwight? That's what you're saying?
That's not what I said. What I said, I know people who initially got Pfizer. They traveled and got Pfizer or Moderna, and it's been 6 months, and they have gone over to get their third shot.
Man, I know people who've gotten strictly AstraZeneca and have gone over and gotten a Pfizer booster shot.
That's interesting.
And their logic, they said when I asked them about it, was that they want to do everything in their power to ensure that they do not, preferably not get the virus, but also if they do, they can be alive afterwards. Predominantly because they have families and their parents or newly became parents. So I don't know. Everybody's reasoning is different. I don't see a problem with it, even when they went to get it, they said like, hey, you got the AstraZeneca. We don't really give that over here, even though America kind of manufactures it. Anyway. But
they knew they weren't going to get AstraZeneca when they went over there, though.
No, there is no AstraZeneca booster shot at the moment.
I mean, so what?
They got the Pfizer. They got the Pfizer.
That's all they could have. They knew that they weren't going to get AstraZeneca.
Of course.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. All right. And that's interesting because, so far AstraZeneca is saying that they don't know. They don't think they will need boosters at this point. At this point, it's looking good. So that's a very interesting decision to make there. And I know the people who have mixed AstraZeneca and Pfizer are in a very interesting place where they don't know, okay, well, what are you supposed to do? Do you need a booster? Do you not need one? And which one would be your booster? And especially since it's becoming increasingly hard to get AstraZeneca around here. So that's a whole lot more information is needed. All right, I think we're ready with the report from Kyle. Yes, let's do that, and then we'll get to that call. Good. Take a listen to this.
The Ministry of Health revealed today that 92% of the 181 people who were infected with COVID-19 in October were unvaccinated. 91% of COVID deaths last month were also unvaccinated. Health and Wellness Minister Michael Darville called those statistics startling and encouraged more people to get the jab.
That's concerning to us, and that should be a red flag and concerning to everyone in the country. The medical analysis of hospitalization and deaths are clear. The majority of individuals who end up in hospital are unvaccinated. The majority of individuals who die as a result of COVID-19 are unvaccinated. So with that information, every Bahamian in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, as a healthcare professional, I advise them to get vaccinated as soon as possible.
The vaccine committee is now looking at a third dose of a vaccine for people who are immunocompromised. Darville, who has said they want to vaccinate 50% of the population by year's end, noted that's more of a preventative measure.
There's a possibility that there may be more people in our country with natural immunity. And so to give a number for herd immunity is sort of misleading. Because when we look at countries around the world where you have 70 to 80% of the population vaccinated, but you have so much infection, it really begins to question whether or not we as healthcare professionals should be giving a number of what herd immunity is.
Some showers expected tonight. Greg Thompson.
Yeah, some interesting things. As we said, there's a new graphic out, and this is for October, and the total number of admissions. And as he said, the minister said there, of 181 admissions to the hospital, this is at Princess Margaret Hospital, the unvaccinated, 167, that's 92.3%. Partially vaccinated, 6 people, 3.3%. Fully vaccinated, 8 people, 4.4%. Right? Of the total deaths, 49 deaths. The unvaccinated, 45 of those people were unvaccinated. So that's 91.8%. Partially vaccinated, 2 people, 4.1%. Fully vaccinated, 2 people, 4.1%. Right? And so there are little illustrations with the hospitalizations. They've got beds, little beds. And then with the deaths, they've got little coffins. It's a little creepy. But you get the idea very plainly if you're having a challenge with all of this. Count the coffins and you'll see what's going on. And it's mainly unvaccinated people.
I feel like I don't know if I should say that. I feel kind of like, Dwight, we know this about the situation with deaths and vaccines and...
Who's the we? Because we got some people calling here every day who have some unusual views on things.
Yeah, I know. You always get folks like that, right? And to be frank, folks like that are very... they don't really care about the facts. They're more of confirmation bias. Anything that they see that confirms the way that they feel about something, which is they don't want to get vaccinated.
That's what they say about us too.
That's fine. They don't want the facts in this globally are telling the exact same story, right? It's not going to obviously eliminate the chance of someone dying from COVID-19. It obviously does not stop somebody from getting COVID-19 or even transmitting it, but it does reduce the chance of dying.
Yeah,
and supposedly reduces the chances of you getting it. But that's not the point. The point is just the persons that don't want to get vaccinated, that aren't vaccinated, just don't want to get vaccinated. And I think, like, that's their choice. You know, I don't really sound kind of cool. I don't really care. Like that's their choice. That's what they choose to do.
And you know, that is right. But you know, what's very odd about it is how incredibly, and I'm not saying that they have, but how incredibly vocal and forceful they are. Defiant, right? And muddying the water, although they say that, again, that's what we're doing.
Dwight, if you could go back in time into the mid-'80s, early 90s, and insert a AIDS/HIV vaccine in the Bahamas, or just globally, and said that this will prevent people from obviously dying one, because people were dying at the time from HIV and AIDS, or massively reduce the chances of people getting it, you would still have the pushback, right? You still have persons, and there's historical reasons why those things exist. Even if we had one today, you'd find people saying the same thing. I'd never take something like this. Or like a vaccine to stop or prevent the spread of all STDs and STIs. Of course, there's no such thing, but I'm just saying. You still find resistance. Just as adamant as you see with this resistance today. I was also quite...
It's a little different, though. It's a little
I don't
different.
know, Dwight.
Yeah, because people they'll make the point that most people who get COVID won't get very, very ill and won't die. Unlike HIV or AIDS, especially, and some other things where you're gonna battle this for life and it could kill you.
Well, the thing is, we have there's a body of research and cases, even people that you may know that have gotten COVID, who indeed. They call it long COVID, who still to this day have issues with lung capacity, issues with scarring lesions on their lungs.
Absolutely.
There's lots of long-term effects of this stuff, man.
And we still don't know. And
permanent
we still don't know.
fog.
Yeah. Some people are fine today, but what will they be like in 5 years or 10 years after having COVID? You know, there's still many questions we don't know the answer to. So yeah, you're right about that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I kind of feel like this is kind of like this is your choice, right? At this point, if you get vaccinated, fine, but the risks are exactly what's playing out in the hospital. Unfortunately, I wish this wasn't the case, Dwight. I take no pleasure in hearing any of this news because those are people's family members. I have family friends, and one case, a family member who was adamantly against vaccines, and then things happened to them, and then they changed their minds when. Thankfully changed their minds when death came a knocking. Luckily they survived. I know one person that didn't make it, and one of his pleas was that the rest of his family get vaccinated. So I just want to say, man, like Dwight, I think the people that unfortunately in let's say 6 months from now they'll be passing away, they know full well that vaccines are available, that what statistics look like of persons who are passing away. I don't know. And even if you look at the statistics to say that it's the majority of people have COVID-19, and you just look specifically at the percentage of people that die once again from COVID-19. Like how can you ignore those two things? But anyway, people want to gamble and roll the dice, right? We're a gambling nation, right?
It's wild.
This is one number I wouldn't want to buy. So, but to each their own, Dwight.
Let's hear what you have to say about this, folks. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Let's get your reaction to what you're hearing this morning. Caller, good morning. You're on Morning Blend. Are you still there? Do we have you hanging on too long? Okay, 323-6232, 325-4316, 459. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us. All right, so let's look closer at this new graph. That's a new graphic, this new chart that Ministry of Health and PMH put up. All right, so with the admissions, really, this is very, very frightening. In the age group 0 to 9 years old, 7 people, 7, and they were unvaccinated. These are under admissions to the hospital, so that's 7 children under 9 admitted to the hospital. In the 10 to 19 category, 4 all unvaccinated. In the 20 to 29 category, 4 all unvaccinated. In the 30 to 39 category age group, 24 all unvaccinated, 2 partially vaccinated. In the 40 to 49 age group, 19 all unvaccinated. In the 50 to 59 age group, 33 unvaccinated, 2 partially vaccinated. In the 60 to 69 age group, 42 all unvaccinated, 2 fully vaccinated. In the 70 to 79 age group, 22 unvaccinated, 2 partially vaccinated, and 4 fully vaccinated. And 80 plus, 12 unvaccinated, 2 fully vaccinated. Those were admissions. With deaths in October 2021, thankfully, nobody under 19. In the 20 to 29 age group, 1 person who was unvaccinated, that is. In the 30 to 39 age group, 5 people unvaccinated, 1 partially vaccinated. These are deaths in October 2021. In the 40 to 49 age group, 5 unvaccinated. These are young people, folks. In the 50 to 59 age group, 6 people unvaccinated, 1 partially vaccinated. In the 60 to 69 age group, 13 unvaccinated. In the 70 to 79 age group, 8 people unvaccinated, 2 fully vaccinated. And 80 plus, 7 unvaccinated people. So the only deaths were 2 people fully vaccinated in the 70 to 79 age group, and then 1 person 50 to 59 partially vaccinated, and 1 person 30 to 39 partially vaccinated. All the others, unvaccinated people. As you said, Don, I mean, this is very clear that the vaccine is greatly reducing your chance for hospitalization and death. That's what's been said from they were released. And it just is mind-boggling that we still have so much pushback. We have so many different options.
Well, Dwight, gotta be very politically correct. Again, just want to let people know, I'm sure, I don't need to say this, I'm sure they already know, you can pick, choose, and refuse hair, right? You could choose the Pfizer, the AstraZeneca, or the Johnson & Johnson. I don't know if Moderna is ever going to come. Who knows? But you got choice, man. Even just do the Johnson & Johnson. One and done, right? It's the weakest of the options, but hey. But if not, you know, it is what it is. Godspeed. Thug life, YOLO. Good luck. Wouldn't advise that path, but that's your choice. I don't know, man, Dwight. I'm very, for lack of a better term, kind of indifferent. Simply because I do believe people deserve the rights to choose, even if that choice would be detrimental to them. Otherwise, you end up with where they have vaccine mandates. Even though they have 50 to 60% in certain European, especially Western European countries, they are facing the same issues that the United States is facing, where you have lots and lots and lots of persons who just go out into society and do not use protection on their faces, known as masks, and just gather around in large groups, and tons of issues with enforcement with that. And then whenever you have holiday seasons or national events in those countries, you have lots of instances of persons cluttering up together, and then numbers spike. Like in Germany, they're facing a massive problem with that now. A lot of European countries are going right back into hardcore lockdowns for persons that are unvaccinated, which has led to massive amounts of protests. You kind of got 2 options in some cases when you're having a massive spike in cases, lots of protests, and there seems to be an absolute stagnation in persons getting vaccinated, and the number dying start to skyrocket. You have 2 choices: either the government tries to crack down on the situation, or you let bodies hit the floor. And the reality is in a lot of countries, especially in Western Europe, bodies are piling up. Yeah. So I think, unfortunately, in our case, Or if you look at the example of the United States, I don't think our numbers are going to be anywhere near the same numbers as the United States, obviously, because that'd be greater than our population. But unfortunately, I do think if trends continue, we will in fact be stacking bodies. And I truly wish that wasn't the case. But again, people got to make choices, man, Dwight.
323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. And let's hear what you have to say about this. So earlier we, in the overnight, we read that about Israel, what's going on there. This to administer vaccines to children today, or was it yesterday? No, today. So children ages 5 through 11. That's starting. Children 5 to 11 make up nearly half of active cases. Officials hope the new inoculation campaign will help bring down the numbers and perhaps stave off a new wave. So that's interesting. As again, we read to you just now the number of people. 7 children under the age of 9 had to be admitted to the hospital. 4 teenagers between 10 and 19. So we do have it getting serious enough that they have to go to the hospital, and so that is very scary. But thankfully, that's as far as it goes. But as you COVID is real, and some people will say that months later they don't have a sense of taste and smell still. So that is terrifying stuff there. Terrifying indeed. This is an interesting story from our neighbor in the Caribbean. Guadeloupe having some issues. Schools closed across the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe on Monday, and France's prime minister appealing for calm and dialogue after protests against COVID-19 rules and vaccinations descended into days of rioting and looting. Oh boy. France's central government sent in police special forces to restore order in Guadeloupe, as the emergency workers said they were unable to reach neighborhoods barricaded by angry crowds. The prefect of Guadeloupe said 11 people were arrested by police overnight Sunday into Monday. Patients who need to receive kidney dialysis treatment couldn't get access to a hospital and are now in danger. One person tweeted, quote, "We have several patients. We are powerless." That's the head of regional emergency service. Guadeloupe's education department ordered schools closed Monday and urged parents to keep their children at home. Demonstrations there, and overseas French department of about 400,000 people, erupted over France's mandatory vaccinations for healthcare workers and the country's COVID-19 health pass, which is required to enter restaurants and many other venues across France. As they degenerated into rioting, an 80-year-old woman was hit by a bullet while on her balcony, and at least two other people were injured. According to local authorities, a weapons store was among businesses looted, while mainland demonstrators in Guadeloupe are also angry over deep-seated economic, social, and racial inequality, and expanded their demands in recent days to include a general salary increase, higher unemployment benefits, and the hiring of more teachers. So there are many different issues going on there. Guadeloupe's COVID-19 vaccination rate is 33% compared to 75% nationwide. Which nation are they talking about there? Yeah, they're talking about France, which authorities blame on false information about vaccines shared online. Okay. Wow. So, there's a lot, and then people will point to all of these, and these are interesting times. These are interesting times indeed. Yeah. All right.
That's a lot. And I ain't knocking him. I would hope in that case that things don't get lost in I wouldn't even say translation, just lost in the ocean of demands, because France has a very active reputation of not doing very well with protesters to not burning down France. So
they don't do well, or is that all that they do? They
don't
very well.
If it's happening in France, they respond. If it's usually happening in other parts, usually they shoot them.
Well,
I'm not saying that should happen here, but France has a terrible history of that. They've done that in Algeria as well. When they had lots of protests, they decided, hey, best way to fix this protest is to invade. I do not think that will happen in this instance.
Hey, that's their place. That's their country. So
it territory. Yeah. France does have a not so good reputation there in terms of dealing with these problems. I'm actually surprised all these things are coming out because I had read about them in the past, but I always thought, it would blow over and no one will care. But it seems COVID-19 has really brought a lot of these things to the head. I hope they get their issues addressed. We have our own plethora of issues here. So again, I'm not going to point at anybody and say that it is or isn't. I wish them all the best. But COVID-19, man, it's just insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. France is also doing the whole lockdown and being insane thing too. So it's crazy times we're in, man.
Absolutely. Let's take a break. When we come back, more of what's making news on this Tuesday morning. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay with us.
Traveling around the world, infecting men, women, boy, and girl, forcing folks to quarantine. I'm talking about COVID-19. Coronavirus, you're a pest. You've got this world in a mess. Like a lethal weapon in the dark.
96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
7:25 the time now. Time for another check of your first look at traffic for this morning, brought to you by RBC Royal Bank. Here's what's happening. We've got Milo Butler Highway in real-time traffic. Heavy traffic as usual this hour from Fire Trail Road all the way up to Tonic Williams Darling Highway. That's in northbound lanes there. Traffic is building at the roundabout with Fire Trail as well. Glasgow Road looking a little bit better for you, but you'll still run into that traffic about midway between Fire Trail and John F. Kennedy Drive in the northbound lanes this morning. Elsewhere, building traffic on Blue Hill Road as you approach from the northbound, as you approach Carmichael Road, and especially north of Soldier Road, as you head over the hill there to Independence Drive. And then East Street, pockets along East Street, especially south of the roundabout with Independence Drive and East-West Highway, and with Robinson Road. And then pockets in Eastern New Providence, especially Prince Charles and Fox Hill Road, and Fox Road northbound looking busy at this hour. And Prince Charles and Beatrice Avenue, Prince Charles Soldier Road, Robinson Road, and Robinson and East-West Highway, the intersections you'll be seeing traffic building for you. But we'll have another report for you just after the 8 o'clock news. That's your Morning Blend Traffic Alert, brought to you by RBC Royal Bank, banking reimagined. And time for another check of your weather for today. We've got a frontal system across the central Bahamas now that's going to produce some unsettled weather as it moves toward and into the southeast Bahamas later today. There is a reinforcing cold front on the way. It's going to race across the islands today and merge with the first front by tonight, and that's going to bring in the drier, cooler conditions that we are all waiting for. There is an elevated risk of rip currents, especially along northern and eastern shorelines today, and boaters should remain alert for possible waterspout activity, localized flooding during heavy downpours, and prolonged rainfall events. Your forecast for today for the northwest and central Bahamas, variably cloudy and windy with isolated showers and a few possible thunderstorms, mainly in the central Bahamas. Small craft advisories in effect. Look for gusty winds and higher seas in or near heavy showers and thunderstorms. For the southeast Bahamas, variably cloudy, warm and a bit breezy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Small craft caution will come to effect later today. Gusty winds and higher seas expected in showers and thunderstorms. Temperature-wise, look for highs getting to around 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to 66 Fahrenheit, 19 Celsius. In your extended outlook, Those combined fronts will move out over the southeast Bahamas late on Wednesday. High pressure will build behind the fronts, producing moderate to strong winds and causing hazardous boating conditions through Thursday, Thanksgiving. So for Wednesday, tomorrow, with residual showers across the southeast Bahamas. Thursday, partly cloudy, mild and breezy with a chance of a few stray showers. The tropics are quiet. Tropical cyclone formation not expected during the next 5 days. That's your Morning Blend weather check. We'll be back with more Morning Blend after these messages here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up.
Hurricane season is here. If you're not prepared, it can really turn your life upside down. Fortunately, there's CG Atlantic General. Our people are here, ready to assist at a moment's notice, with protection like alternative accommodation for those who are displaced due to a storm. It's our priority to make sure you have what you need when you need it most. So when you're ready to turn it around, CG Atlantic General. Good like that. Security and General Insurance Company Limited, trading as CG Atlantic General. Contact a CG Atlantic General broker today.
Unlock the value of your home with an RBC home equity loan and do more for the holidays, like home improvements, investments, and build back your savings. When you switch your mortgage to RBC, experience the difference with no management fees, cash back on closing costs, and guidance from our mobile mortgage finance specialists. Learn more at rbc.com/Caribbean/equity loan and experience holiday joy with RBC. Offer extended to December 31st. Conditions apply.
Technology makes every day in life just a little bit easier. Whether it's for joy, productivity, or creativity, Custom Computers has all the latest gadgets to conquer any obstacle. Imagine automating mundane tasks with tech and living a freer, richer lifestyle. All after freedom could fit in the palm of your hand. Discover tomorrow's technology today at Custom Computers on Patton Street, Cable Beach, and Caves Village through the Blake Road entrance.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
It's a different kind of Christmas, but everything is here. Yes, everything is here at Shop Smart Department Stores. 2 locations just for you, RBC and in the Prince Charles Shopping Plaza. Come on down, everything is here. At Shop Smart, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Open up.
Open up, this is the time of the year.
BTC spreading Christmas cheer.
Open up. To everybody whether far or near.
Move to the rhythm of Christmas round. Open up.
Bring home BTC Superfast Extreme Internet Bundle for only $99.99 with 157 channels and 150 megabits of speed per second, and your home will be blazing all year long.
Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Visit btcbahamas.com. Conditions apply.
Your child needs nutrients every day, and Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow, which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder. This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Milk does not contain DHA, but contains calcium and other nutrients.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM.
There ain't no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in these waters. things to do. So go easy on me.
We are back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Don Sargent on this Tuesday morning. We are talking about where we are with COVID in the Bahamas and getting a lot of your messages. You all really don't like to talk about COVID, oh boy. All right, so let me read the text messages. Some people very happy, boy. All right, so this one's from one of our great listeners, Bahamian in Europe, who listens to us all the way over there across the ocean. And but listen to what she's saying here. Most European countries had dropped mask and social distancing requirements months ago, so it's not as though there was a mandate to wear them. Second, Eastern Europe leads the region with low vaccination rates, driving the narrative about the European situation. That said, most of Western Europe have decent vaccination rates. Spain and Portugal in the 90% range. Germany, with its 60+%, is among the lowest in Western Europe, which technically is still higher than the U.S. But it's still not enough, and it's not mainly because we didn't wear masks. It's because we have cases of proportionately, and vaccination campaigns for 5 to 11-year-olds are not yet underway. As well, rollouts for boosters have been slow. This all together, with the 15 to 20% minority of people who refuse to be vaccinated, a culmination of those factors are driving the fourth wave in Europe. And unfortunately, the U.S. will soon follow. Notably, the Bahamas, with fewer than 40% vaccinated, will not escape it either. It's very scary.
Just to point something out too, yes, but also the whole protests in Brussels and Rome and just across Europe, actually. Not across the entirety of, but several European countries having protests. I think someone was actually shot in Brussels, which kind of like blew my mind because they always seem to be so not very pro-gun and very difficult to get your hands on a gun. But that's a whole other issue. But no, there's people have, whether you have high numbers or low numbers. And it seems whenever these mandates are put in place to say that you've got to get a vaccine, that's when the fires and riots in the streets tend to start. Mm-hmm. But hopefully that calms down. And hopefully, things don't get too violent or violent at all.
All right, here are some of the text messages. You all need to stop. Those who are not going to take the vaccine, their mind's already made up. So stop trying to put fear in people. Every day the topic is COVID, COVID, COVID. Please stop. Well, obviously that's not true.
Well, we literally said that they have a choice, right? And that,
every day the topic is not COVID. But here's what this person says. When there are no gruesome murders, you all go back to COVID. Doom and gloom. Find something else. You all can do it. Okay. So it's either murder or COVID. Apparently, that's all we talk about. Well, anyway.
And then when you talk to people's favorite political party, they say we biased.
All politics. And then, but they don't hear all the other things. I guess they don't listen when the interviews come on. But when we talk about the things but that's fine. Anyway, this one says, I'm pro-choice and pro-consequences. Who am I to impose common sense, science, and facts on anyone? Perhaps we need a culling of the herd. Oh, dear. Maybe the national average will be elevated because of COVID. It's best you don't respond to that, Don. Let's just move on. Yeah. This one says, say what you want about Minnis's measure, but the measures he took helped the Bahamas, and today we're doing much better than many other countries. The PLP will have to be very careful not to screw things up.
Weren't we like one of the worst in the world, though?
In terms of what?
I think it was our numbers.
There was a time in the third wave when we were doing very badly.
And they said that our response was also like 100 and something. It was probably like, 4 or 5 countries I think it's one point
We
it was
rode a
fine.
wave. We were up and we were down. At some points, we were doing better than many, and at some points, we were doing worse than many.
No,
So it
Dwight, we
was
were
back
in a
and forth.
leadership position, okay? We were leading the way. Hey, whatever, man.
Leading the whole time, either among the best or leading among the worst. But back and forth. It was up and down, up and down. So it was frightening times. This person says here, you media houses need to please put pressure on the PLP and their promise of free testing. Please follow up and let us know your findings, perhaps in a week or so. Well, they say they are working on it. The government says they're working on it. We still don't know what that will mean. Will it mean everybody will have access, or only those who are sick or not feeling well or who have been exposed? Right? Because if you needed to go to the concert, should the government pay for that? I don't know. Not sure. If you needed to go to Black Friday shopping, should the government pay for it? Meh. But if you've been exposed, if somebody you've been told the contact tracers reach out to you and tell you that you are on a list of people who were exposed to this person with COVID, yeah, maybe.
we
The
had
government
that.
should pay for it.
We had a little bit of that, right? And I say a little bit for a reason. When we first started getting the tests, where it was possible to get a free government test. And I use the word possible because technically that means it's not impossible. I was exposed. Well, I got several exposures. But yeah, I was exposed. I got a phone call, got contact traced. I inquired about whether or not it's possible for me to get a test. It's just like, hey, I'm just doing my job. And that's where this thing happened. And they were like, yeah. So they gave me the clinic to go to. I went to said clinic, Dwight, and was probably told, and there was a lot of other people there who were in similar boats to me, I had found out, because people were talking outside of their cars. There's like, yeah, no. If you don't have a referral, which you're not going to get a referral in the first place, you can't get a test. And there were people who worked in government in various capacities, law enforcement, etc., who went and they were complaining about the situation too. They also couldn't get a test. You got to go pay for a test. And it was funny watching persons who were champions of that former administration talk about the free testing and things that were made available to them, but it wasn't necessarily the case for a lot of people. Although it was possible, Dwight, it was, So if it's anything like how that would have been, where you technically still provide free testing and you tick off a campaign promise, but it's exceptionally difficult for the average person to get it, that'd be unacceptable. I hope it's a situation that if persons are exposed, they can get it, or just treat it like they do in the United States. And you fill out the information, go through the process, set an appointment date. There's so many slots available a day. State your purpose for getting the test, and you just get tested. That way, you can track all the data, and it would just make sense. That's my opinion, though, Dwight.
Yeah. Well, this person says here, so what is the overall number of positive cases for October and how many had underlying conditions and comorbidities? Give me the total real numbers. Okay. And this person says here, about 1% of people who get COVID get seriously ill. This talk about long COVID is a percentage of 1%. Okay. And what about it? So what? Again, in October, 49 people died. 49 people died. Compared to the billions of people on the planet Earth, that's a tiny number. But here in the Bahamas, that's not a number that you can just sneeze at, right? 49, you'd be outraged if 49 people were murdered. 49 people.
What we know, Dwight?
Yeah, we would. In 1 month?
We've had 100.
No, let's not even go there. If in 1 month, if that happened, people would be
1 month.
In 1 month. That was all in October.
For 30?
October. What? Never. But that
I think a month of December we hit 30 before.
Canada.
Anyway.
But that's a crazy number. And so if you are that casual about life here, that explains a heck of a lot about what we're seeing, especially in the videos that have gone viral in the last month. Obviously, we don't value it at all. But if that doesn't frighten you there, okay, well then, yeah, we need to stop talking about it. It's clear. Just a couple more messages here. Someone says, I don't understand why people feel the need to make COVID worse than it is to push the vaccine. Please note that the PHA graph doesn't show anything for the previously infected. For some reason, the authorities don't want to see data that would show the effectiveness of natural immunity. I don't understand why people feel that's the same one. Okay.
Anyway, you know what? Whatever. People don't want to take the vaccine. That's fine. It's your choice.
Like we said, it would be good to know how many people have been infected before. That would be useful. And we implore the Princess Margaret Hospital and the PHA and the Ministry of Health to see if they can include some of that information before how many people.
Which makes me wonder: should we just we just cease reports?
No, we can't do that.
Why'd you say that, Dwight?
Why would you want that?
These babies don't care.
Some people care. A lot of people don't.
I think it's the minority. Maybe 1% of the population.
I don't know. I mean, the people, who care are very much not vocal, and the loudest mouths are.
I don't know any of those people. I have never come into contact with. Let's say I know 200 people. I know 2 people that care.
No, you need to know some better people, Don.
Oh wow. Okay.
that's what I think that means. Oh boy. All right. So let's move on. Since the people don't care. The straw market. Hey, it's been since March of 2020, finally getting to reopen yesterday. And take a listen to this report. Some very happy people and some people aren't so happy because of some things that must have happened over the past 20 months. But this is an interesting report nonetheless from our Jasmine Brown.
It's so great, I'm giving God thanks. Because when I look at it, it's only God. So I thank God that they really opened the market and the minister really worked with us.
It was a sentiment shared by every straw vendor we spoke to just moments after the market reopened for the first time since the start of the COVID-19. On March 23, 2020, then Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis ordered the closure of all non-essential establishments, including the straw market, following the confirmation of the Bahamas' first COVID case. During a tour of the facility, Minister of Works Alfred Sayers says while work to build a $70,000 sick bay is still ongoing, it was important to open the market sooner rather than later.
Whatever we do, it has to be done in consultation with the Ministry of Health, but we are listening to the stakeholders. And the stakeholders have put certain recommendations, and those recommendations are under active consideration, and further announcements will be made.
The reopening comes with several new measures, including a 3-day shift system for vendors. 180 vendors are allowed in the market at a time. There will also be sanitization and temperature stations and limited entrance and exit points for the market. Lisa Roll, who caught COVID-19 while 7 months pregnant last year, says it was rough being out of work for so long.
But I made it through. I'm from Exuma, so I cooked up my bush medicine and I doctored myself, and I made it through. Sorosy, Alavis, I did it, So I made it through, thank God.
Texas natives and repeat visitors Dawn and Jessica Fincher say they were happy to see the market finally reopened.
We're always encouraged to see places starting to loosen up. Everybody's eager to get back to work and get back to normal life, and everybody's wore out and tired of the way things have been. So it's good to see people excited to try to get back to what it used to be.
While it was a day of celebration for the vendors, Straw Vendors Advancement Association President Celestine Enius also revealed vendors are still trying to get to the bottom of thousands of dollars worth of missing items that were stored in the closed market during the pandemic.
It's not fun. When we came, a lot of the vendor stuff was missing. And my big question is, we was not allowed in here. And if they allow us in here, somebody from the authority walked with the vendors to the shops. But when the vendors came, their stuff was gone. My daughter had 7 bags of stuff missing, over $3,000.
Ministry of Works officials confirmed there is an ongoing investigation into the matter. Reporting for Guardian News Network, I'm Jasmine Brown.
Okay. Oh, boy. Always something. Always something. Why? Who? Anyway, but we're very happy that the straw market is open. We know many were wondering after so many others were allowed back to work. Why was the straw market treated differently? We've seen companies that have been able to sanitize or provide sanitizations and space out their booths, and this was being proposed for months, but why the delay? So bizarre. But again, we're very happy about it. Want to get your reaction, but we've got to take a break. Let's take a break, and then when we come back, we'll get more of a reaction to this. And more on what this is going to mean for downtown, and going back to our conversation yesterday about improving downtown for tourists and Bahamians alike. We'll get into that after the break. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
No gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to them drowning in this silence, baby. Let me in.
Hello? Yes, it's time. I know, a lot sooner than we thought. Well, that's thanks to those returns from my RF mutual funds. You know they have some of the best performing funds in the market. Yup, with what I've been earning, I can finally set a date for my product launch. Draft the paperwork, I'm on my way.
Reach your financial goals sooner with RF Mutual Funds. Sign up by November 29th for a chance to win $1,000. Find out more at rfgroup.com. RF, money at work.
When engaging in physical activity, it is normal for the body to get tired and fatigued. In the same way, COVID-19 has brought on fatigue, but we must not give up the fight. Wear your mask over your mouth and nose, stay at least 3 feet apart from others, wash and sanitize your hands often, and together, we will win.
This message is brought to you by the PAHO WHO Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Country Office, the Ministry of Health, and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition.
At CBS Bahamas, Black Friday is back and bigger than ever. Mark your calendars for Friday, November 26th. Set your clocks because doors open at 5 a.m. Wear your shopping shoes and get there early. There'll be deals galore in store on everything from hardware and lawn care to housewares and small appliances. It's all going down this Black Friday at CBS Bahamas Southwest Plaza, Carmichael Road. All COVID protocols will be strictly enforced.
Janae's Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get 20 to 50% off selected Christmas decorations. Restrictions apply. Trees in pink, frosted green or white in a variety of sizes. LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels, Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls, garlands, wreaths, red and white stringed cranberry, tree skirts, more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Janae's Limited. WhatsApp 817-3295.
Cash is what we have been using for generations, but it's no longer the only way to pay or receive money. That is great news for business owners. I'm Lasanya Mizik, Managing Director at RBC Royal Bank, encouraging you to find out how going cashless can benefit your business. At RBC, our digital banking and cashless solutions provide security and peace of mind, as payments are verified, convenient, and fast. Plus, going cashless helps your business thrive by saving you time and money. Learn more at rbc.com/Caribbean/go cashless. RBC Royal Bank. Banking reimagined.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
I've made up my mind. Don't need to think it over. If I'm wrong, I am right. Don't need to look no further. This ain't last. I know this is life. But if I tell the world, I'll never say enough, 'cause it was not said to you. And that's exactly what I need to do. If fight and out with you. Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a way, even if I knew my shit there? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? I build myself up.
We're back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strong with Don Sargent.
And my back
I think I'm going to change the theme song of the show to this one. Hey, we're getting more messages. Oh, the people do want to talk about it.
Well, you can't change the theme song. Your theme song has to stay the same because it's a new day. And
but this one is more relevant anyway. Okay. We're back to COVID. The people are texting in about COVID. Okay. A lot of COVID patients die due to poor health care. Okay. All the more reason to not get COVID if you feel that's the case, right? Try as hard as you can to avoid getting it because of the challenges. Another one here. So the political geniuses, what's this now? The political geniuses of the PLP end curfew, then turn around and say they can't monitor the social gatherings. So now we want to hire private security companies. Where exactly is the money supposed to come from for this? Unbelievable. Well, they had to pay the COVID ambassadors too, right? But what are you saying? What are you saying, Texter? I mean, did you want the curfew to continue? Did you feel that it should?
Oh, we have to stimulate the economy, Dwight, by writing jobs.
No. Let's not even joke about this. Why would there be a curfew for the people of the Bahamas indefinitely? What type of place what do you all think this is? What's going on here? How could that be? You think that's fine for people to tell you that you have to be in your house by a certain time as a grown adult? Yeah, that sounds like sense to you. Okay.
I actually like the fact now that we have I don't know if it's all gas stations or all gas stations of this chain, but a particular gas station, to my knowledge, is 24/7 now. And that's actually shocking because
they went back to that because
I never knew any of them to be 24/7.
Oh, Don.
There have been several times.
That's very nice of you. You're such a good person.
I was going to say several times I've been out 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get home. I was like, I got to get some gas. And every gas station I'd pass, 3-4 o'clock in the morning was closed. So
since the pandemic you're talking about?
No, before the pandemic.
I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know. Really?
Yeah.
There've been places that's where you go for food at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, yeah, we can't call any names in sponsor.
No.
But no, I've been degrees.
This has been a long period from March of 2020 when the hangout spot in those places has not been available. It's been horrible for some people.
Yep.
But yeah, it was like that. We had a thriving.
I'm glad there's no more curfew though. I definitely love the fact that I don't have to be home by a certain time.
Yeah. Parts of New Providence didn't sleep before March of 2020.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And those 24-hour wash houses, they were humming and buzzing. There's a lot of activity for those who, what do you call them, night owls? Sure. This one says, what's your beef with non-vax? Free choice, none of your business. Okay, I hear you. And when you have some issues, don't come asking me for anything either, because it's none of my business. But sure. I believe people are reluctant not because they don't see the results of the vaccine, but there are also those who suffer serious injuries from it as well. Really. Also, what of unforeseeable imminent long-term side effects of the vaccine or of COVID? Personally, I would vaccinate in a heartbeat if with the Novavax, because it is a more traditional form of vaccine. I and many others are not anti-vax, merely our concerns are not ameliorated in the face of available information. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the straw market is open again. everybody. So that's great stuff. It's great stuff. Still want to know what we're going to do about east of East Street, as we discussed yesterday, and continue to discuss. And it just seems like this will be something we talk about. Just seems that way. But hey, let's break for news. When we come back, we're going to talk about BPL and the millions they say are owed to them. We'll get into that after the break for news. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Don't need to look no further. This ain't last.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us 422-4796. And now at 8:19, time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Bahamas First Insurance. We've got a frontal system across the central Bahamas that's going to produce some unsettled weather as it moves toward and into the southeast Bahamas later today. However, a reinforcing cold front will race across the islands and merge with the first front, and that's going to bring a drier, cooler conditions behind it for the middle of the week into Thanksgiving and the end of the week. But there is an elevated risk of rip currents, especially along northern and eastern shorelines today, and mariners should be alert for possible waterspout activity. Localized flooding is possible in low-lying and flood-prone areas during heavy downpours and prolonged rainfall events as well. Your forecast for today for the northwest and central Bahamas, variably cloudy and windy with isolated showers and a few possible thunderstorms, mainly in the central Bahamas. Small craft advisory in effect. Expect gusty winds and higher seas in or near heavy showers and thunderstorms. For the southeast Bahamas, variably cloudy, warm and a bit breezy, with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Small craft caution will come into effect later today. Gusty winds and higher seas expected in the showers and thunderstorms. Temperature-wise today, look for highs getting to around 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 66 Fahrenheit. In your extended outlook, the combined fronts will move out of the southeast Bahamas late on Wednesday, and high pressure will build behind the fronts, producing moderate to strong winds and causing hazardous boating conditions through Thursday. So for tomorrow, Wednesday, we're looking at partly cloudy, cool, and windy conditions with residual showers across the southeast Bahamas. Then by Thursday, expect partly cloudy, mild, and breezy conditions with a few stray showers. The tropics acquired tropical cyclone formation are expected during the next 5 days. That's your Morning Blend weather check, brought to you by Bahamas First Insurance. What's first for you comes first for us. And at 8:21, time for another check of your traffic for this morning, brought to you by RBC Royal Bank. In your real-time traffic, we're seeing a lot of hot spots out there this morning. Let's start from east to west. We've got Eastern Road, heavy traffic from San Souci up to about Johnson Road. That's the westbound lanes there. You're going to see the heavy traffic. We're well past San Souci, actually, so you're going to be running into that traffic westbound very early, as we said, up to about Johnson Road, when things start to move a little more smoothly. Your alternate routes are also busy. Prince Charles Drive, especially the major intersections, you'll be seeing the traffic there. And pockets along Bernard Road. Fox Road northbound also busy, heading to that intersection with Prince Charles Drive. We've been seeing a lot of traffic in this area for the past few weeks on Soldier, Bernard, Wolf, and Village Road. The intersection there is busy, especially northbound on Soldier Road. You'll be seeing that. Then there's Independence Drive. Heavy traffic westbound to the roundabout with Blue Hill Road. Not looking good at all for you there. Eastbound is also busy east to the roundabout with East Street and East West Highway. And speaking of East Street, between Soldier and the roundabout with Independence Drive, very messy northbound for you, but also pockets southbound as well. And that extends north into the intersection with Robinson Road. Blue Hill Road, as usual, heavy traffic from Carmichael all the way up to the roundabout with Independence Drive in the northbound lanes, and further south near St. Vincent Road, and then even further south at the intersection with Zion Boulevard and Carmichael is busy building east to Blue Hill Road. And of course, the usual hotspot is Mile Butler Highway. Very heavy traffic this morning from well south of the roundabout with Fire Trail all the way up to the roundabout with Tawny Williams Darling Highway. Traffic backed up along Tawny Williams Darling Highway as well this morning. And Fire Trail is busy eastbound to the roundabout with Mile Butler Highway, Gladstone Road, northbound. Very long line of traffic from Fire Trail up to JFK Drive, and westbound on Carmichael to Coral Harbor Road. So just everywhere you turn, there will be traffic for you. West Bay Street as well. Eastbound near Saunders Beach, you'll be noticing that traffic as you get to the roundabout with New Providence Highway. And heading into downtown near Nassau Street. So good luck this morning. Pack your patience, and hope you can make it through this safely. That's your real-time traffic and your morning blend traffic alert brought to you by RBC Royal Bank, banking reimagined.
Hurricane season is here. If you're not prepared, it can really turn your life upside down. Fortunately, there's CG Atlantic General. Our people are here ready to assist at a moment's notice, with protection like alternative accommodation for those who are displaced due to a storm. It's our priority to make sure you have what you need when you need it most. So when your life gets turned upside down, we can help to turn it around. CG Atlantic General. Good like that. Security and General Insurance Company Limited, trading as CG Atlantic General. Contact a CG Atlantic General broker today.
RBC can help you wrap up your affordable auto financing package. Take advantage of up to 100% financing, competitive interest rates, extended repayment terms, backed by our mobile auto RBC sales experts who will meet with you safely at your convenience. Find out more at rbc.com/Caribbean/autoloan and experience holiday joy with RBC. Offer extended to December 31st. Conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM.
Yes. All right, here we go now. When I was a little boy running around the yard, I used to hear the older men talking by the bar. They talk about the things they did when they were young and strong, and how things are better now than it was before. I didn't understand what they meant back then. I'm a little older now. I think I comprehend when they say age ain't nothing but a number. You're just as old as you feel. Even though I move a little slower, everything I do is twice as sweet, just like wine. All the time, champagne, my name, caviar, from afar, candy, brandy.
We're back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan, along with Don Sargent, on this Tuesday morning. We're talking about what's in the news, quite a few issues. COVID this morning, the straw market reopening, and I'm going to get to BPL and disconnections in a bit. Just want to read this message that came in on our Guardian Radio app. If you listen on the app, do you know that you can send messages directly from the app while you're listening? I mean, isn't that a super handy feature? And quite a few of you know about it. Some others, hey man, that's an easy way to get your message across. This person says here, it's why we must be careful how we criticize those who refuse to take the vaccine. I'm sure they have a good reason why they're not taking it. 5 years from now, we who took the vaccine don't know what the situation will be for us. Short term, the vaccine seems to be good, but also fatal to some. We'll keep saying that. I mean, people dying from the vaccine, yeah? Okay, let's face the facts. The world is one big guinea pig. One big guinea pig cage. We are the specimen. All the scientists are watching and waiting to see the result. Yes, take the vaccine in the short term. It will most likely benefit you, but if you don't take it and you catch COVID-19, the results could be detrimental. Yeah, it's a lot of chances we're taking, and we take chances every day. You just hop into the car and driving, especially here, you're doing that, and But yes, so you have to weigh the risks, right? I think the number of people dying from the vaccine is, again, minuscule compared to the number of people dying from COVID. And yes, we don't know what the long term is going to be like for any of these, COVID or the vaccine. And God help you if you've had both, right? We're all praying that we'll be okay. But short term is what you'll need to make it to see the future. And that one, as you mentioned, hey. But enough on that. That's your choice. Again, if that's what you want. That's what you want. All right, let's get to BPL. BPL says they are owed millions, and they've been saying that for years. And they've tried to do exercises with people. They've tried to connect them, and the people continue to fall back into non-payment. For more on this, take a listen to this report from our Tashina Robinson. We having an issue with that report, it seems. We're going to work on that. No good? Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at what they're saying here now. Consumers owe BPL over $100 million, according to BPL CEO Whitney Hasty. He says the energy suppliers, customers have been struggling. They've been trying to help struggling customers during the COVID-19 pandemic, give them a break, allowing them an extended period to pay some of the balances on their bills. But still, customers continue to face problems. They found that they would try to help them out, and but within a few months, they'd run up a tab again. And it's been very difficult for them. BPL resumed disconnections in July of last year. Since then, the company changed its policy, raising its threshold for disconnections from $300 to $500. Those disconnected must come up with half balance to get back on the grid. Let's talk about it. What's your views on this? We know it's been very difficult for a lot of people, and we knew that this was going to be a challenge. And they've started disconnecting people who are 3 months in arrears. Hasty says, since June of last year, once the 3-month ban ended, we resumed our normal disconnections. Typically, it's been $300, anything over $300. But there has been so many customers. It's been anything over $500 in 3 months that you're targeted for disconnections. Hasty's saying the power company had reverted to its pre-pandemic payment plan. He said the payment plan that was introduced during the pandemic did not yield much for consumers. A long-standing payment plan. The payment plan was if you were disconnected, you had to pay 50% of the arrears, and then the other 50% had to be paid over 6 months. During the pandemic, we extended it, so you had to pay 25% of what was outstanding, and the remaining 75 would be paid over 12 months. What we found was those who were disconnected and they came back on with 50% down and 6 months, or 25% down and 12 months to pay, it made little difference. Of course, we knew that was going to be a challenge because you're still running up a bill and your bill keeps growing. So you just get deeper and deeper and deeper into problems. So what happens? What are we doing here? And of course, the money that's not coming into BPL means that they can't invest in technology and improving their infrastructure, and it's just a vicious cycle. Let's get your views on it, folks. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook 224-796. Let's hear what you have to say about it. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Yeah, this is rough, Don. This is a rough situation for so many people, and rough for BPL. I mean, there are no winners here. Just a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, it's there's no good. Oh boy, there's no good way out of the situation. If you're more economically minded and say just turn people off, which would, I guess, I don't know if that really helps BPL and their bleed. It now stands at $100 million. I don't know. And then we also have the situation of the bond reduction being completely abandoned. I suspect that's going to be looked at again, considering that BPL's in dire economic straits. The country is not in. It's the government. So those things are improving massively fiscally. I don't think that's going to be good at the situation. So we may be seeing an instance of some refinancing program or something for BPL going to be happening in the near future. As the economy continues to turn around and things improve and more people go back to work, I'm sure people will begin to start paying, but $100 million in debt, I would assure you that majority of that will go unpaid, more than likely. So I don't know what the solution and answer is in this situation for persons who are without electricity. I mean, who I don't know, Dwight. I want to be honest and just say, I think in the instance if you're unable to pay, I think what I would prefer to do if I were in a financial situation is turn the electricity off, because the longer I keep it on and can't pay, the worse it's going to get for me. Like, for instance, I know of a case of someone who was with $2,500 to BPL. Don't know how they're going to pay that back because they're still not working. When they eventually do get a job, they have a bunch of other bills that are on arrear that they have to catch up on. So the odds of them being able to keep up with all those things is slim to none. So you don't really make a lot of money. At least most payments don't make a lot of money in the first place. So even missing a month could be catastrophic financially for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, Dwight. Something's got to happen. That's a lot of money to be out of. $100 million. That's insane amounts of money for us right now. It's not looking good at all. What do you think should be done, Dwight? You think it's just turn off or keep on? And
I don't know. I don't know if it can be. I'm sure some people are able to use the payment plan and able to get out of it. It is difficult, right? But for some, it may work. I don't know what percentage it will work for. But for many, as we said earlier, it's going to just drive you deeper. And so it has to be a case-by-case basis, I suspect.
To give some context here, man, didn't we bail out Bank of the Bahamas for over $100 million? And I'm not trying to poke fun at anything. I'm just saying, like, that's catastrophic, man. That's what that is. That kind of money requires government intervention in this country. I cannot foresee that situation turning itself around within a year. There may be a legacy of something we have to live with, I think, for the next 4 to 5 years, even if they do a payment plan, unless the cost of electricity just drastically slumps. I see that President Biden announced, I think it was this morning, actually. It was either this morning or last night, that they're releasing, 50 million barrels of oil into the market. And a bunch of other countries are also doing this, coinciding to try and push the price of gas and oil down. I don't know how that's going to impact us. It should slightly cause the global inflation issue to slow down a bit. But there's being very frank, I'm going to be a doom and gloom guy. Either you got to get turned off or you got to pay. Right? Because we don't want to be in a situation. I know I sound brutal, but I'm just saying we don't want to be in a situation again where BPL's jumping in a situation where they're like, we're not going to charge $30 for this bond reduction or some other program the government comes up with. And now it's going to be $80 or $50 or $60 a month indefinitely extra on top of your bill. Yeah. But if you can't, the money has to come from somewhere.
All right, let's take this call and see what you're saying here, folks. Good morning, call. You're on Morning Blend.
Good morning, Dwight, and good morning to you guys.
Hi.
What I'm saying is, in reference to this life situation, Mr. Hasty spoke about, I think they should continue on with the arrangements with persons because it's been done for years, right? But the thing is, because you have a lot of homes that have go with electricity and water. So when that light goes off, that goes off, you don't have water. And doing these, because COVID is still here with us, and we need that. So I think that more persons going out to work, hopefully, and they need to just go there and make arrangements and, pay their bills, try and do the best that they can. And I think persons who are there to work with persons who need this assistance, you understand, once they see that they're doing it, trying to do what they can. But I know that every month there's another bill that comes, so that's another situation that they have to look at in reference to. With people going out to work, they can, continue with what they're doing in reference to assisting persons, because you're going to always have persons out there who need this assistance. And thank you all for taking my call.
Yep, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. This text here, tell BPL keep that same energy with their larger tourism and entertainment customers as well, because during the pandemic, we found out plenty of hotels and movie places weren't paying their bills either. Well, yeah, that's a very interesting text there. There's some more. Someone says, congratulations to the new BPL board. Okay, yep, congratulations to them. This person says here, this is back to COVID, which people said they were tired of talking about, Don. They said they didn't want to talk about that anymore. But anyway, how do you go
come on.
How do you go from choosing to mandate vaccines and telling people they must get vaccines to adversely saying, why give up your liberties about curfews? Well, no, we seem to be selective about what liberties should be mandated. And who's mandate?
Oh, my God. Are we selective of what we're hearing? How many times have we said?
Which countries are we talking about here?
How much times we said this morning, people have the right to choose. Do we think people should get vaccinated? Yeah, probably look into it. Find one that you like. You don't find one you like, I don't know, try travel, go someplace where you get one. I don't know. You don't get vaccinated, that's your choice, right?
No, nobody's talking about any mandates. We're telling you that it is greatly recommended. Greatly recommended.
Yeah, we were also speaking about mandates in mandates in Europe.
Of the world. Yeah.
And how they're protesting and everything in the streets, but that's not the Bahamas.
But in any event, especially with the numbers we're seeing, there is no justification for a curfew at all, right? And some will say that's because of what was happening before. Some will say that. And hey, all right, this person says, I like how we are all happy and free and learning to live with COVID. I hope we keep this enthusiasm when the cases and hospitalizations spike, as it is likely to do. Okay.
People don't get vaccinated. That's is what it is. The choice, man.
Very positive person.
Everybody got choices. Anyway, moving on from COVID, back to the electricity situation.
You think we are? There's more.
Oh, my God.
More.
Okay. How people around us out talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody's...
Now listen to this one. To say that those dying from the vaccines is minuscule is ludicrous. To date, more people have died from these COVID vaccines than all vaccines created in history combined. What now? That's even considering the 10,000.
That's
You're very confused. Maybe you're confusing vaccinated dying from the vaccine to dying with COVID even after you've been fully vaccinated. It's not the same thing.
Hold on, pause. I really don't want to talk with the same work. I'm actually quite tired of talking with COVID. But first of all, if you're going to say that the numbers aren't minuscule, the person's dying from the vaccine, you could say the same thing with persons dying from COVID. The common thing we always hear is less than 1% of the global population is dying from this thing, right? So,
but that's
the same
also
energy, right?
incorrect. It's also people aren't dropping down after getting vaccinated.
No. Dwight, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if they claim that more people are dying.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
And it's a minuscule amount.
Yeah, what they're saying is not correct. But
hundreds of thousands have died in the United States from this virus. But anyway, moving on. Back to about electricity, because no one, they tell us stop talking about this, right?
Yeah, let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Caller, good morning. You were just there. 323-622-3232, 325-4316, 325-4259. This one says here.
Hopefully it's not a power issue.
How much? What now? Okay, I understand. I feel people need to be responsible and pay their bills, make arrangements, and stick to it. It's hard for a lot of people. We as people, a lot of times, don't know how to prioritize what's important. Okay. Where did it go? How much is the company in debt? And connected people who can't pay come clean BPL. They have been very honest about it, how bad things are for them.
I'm actually very curious to know how many customers, is it really customers? How many households would this include, right? Because if it's, let's say, less than 10,000, that means people will win like around $10,000 each. But if we're talking somewhere around like, I don't know, 40,000, I don't know. There is no good way to spin this, or no good way to really look at this, or no way that they could tell us this that makes me think, oh, this is fixable. Because any scenario that plays out, that's an extreme amount of money on an individual household if you divide that.
Well, things were bad before the pandemic and got much worse as a result. A number of people were laid off and just couldn't pay. So it's gotten much worse than they.
Hence why I'm saying it's like, even if we get in a situation where the Bahamas does the impossible, right, which we've never done in the history of this nation, and gotten at least of an independent Bahamas, and get the unemployment rate to, let's say, under 5%, which I dare say is probably impossible. Let's say we did do that, and minimum rates went up and cost of living went down. I still think it's extraordinarily unlikely, Dwight, that a lot of the situations for persons in arrears will be rectified. Because even as I recall, some of the times when we had a really strong economy, or a much stronger economy than this, we still had issues with persons in arrears in pretty extreme numbers. Probably not this extreme, but something got to give, man.
Let's take this call. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Yeah, it could be depressing, when you hear about BPL, because it can be put a lot of fear in persons. I have experienced disconnection. I won't say power cut. Disconnection. From the time my third daughter was. But she was a baby at the time, and that was a long time ago. She's almost 15 now. And I've gone on some plans, and I decided, actually, I'm of a household that we don't really believe in paying bills partially. So I was the one who was delinquent in this paying. It's my responsibility to pay the utilities, and so I was paying piece, and the balance keep adding up. So I have now gone on a program where I pay my bill in full. I'm not boasting or bragging. I've done so walking, riding bicycle, even when I was without a vehicle. And my children have done well, successful, and do well in school and so on. And now with virtual and all these other things, you need the power. But what in this discussion, we'd like to know how many persons involved in this, some household, corporation, entities, and so on. And there are other factors that have to do with the BPL expenses in total. When BPL have the requirement to pay off some persons, we're going to discontinue with the service of some of our executive or whoever they may be. And then we have to pay off, or even our employees, and have to pay off a couple $100,000 or a couple million. All of those add up to the bill per se. I would like to say, I think the new chairman of the board is Mr. Pedro Roll. And so I would want to wish him well. And I think hopefully, all things being well, consumers being responsible, and the corporation being frugal, all will go well. And so we can get out of this. But I said it's very scary.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's read some more messages before we go to a break here. Jen's BPL must invest in prepaid meters, especially for often delinquent customers. We've been talking about that for a while. Is it going to happen?
But you need money for that now.
Huh. All right. Boy.
Hey, listen, I agree with it. I was going to say, if we had some meters where persons could go on a payment plan and at key hours when they need electricity, especially if they have a water system that goes with it, they can have electricity for that time. And I'm not saying this to be inhumane or anything. I'm trying to be humane, but also at the same time, so as that persons don't find themselves in absolutely insane amounts of debt, right? Because something very interesting to note, if and when you die, that bill does not go away. Just putting that out there.
And when you try to buy the home or rent that place, that new person coming in runs into all kinds of problems.
Yep.
Sometimes
your children will enhance. It's a very, I mean, it shouldn't be that way, but that's just how it is here. It's pretty extreme.
A couple more messages. Someone says BPL promised that the new engines that cost the Bahamian people over $100 million were supposed to cut the cost of electricity. Secondly, where are the renewables? The problem is the cost of electricity is way too high and people are finding it hard to pay. Well, all of those things are happening, right? The cost is much lower than it was a few years back, especially with the fuel hedging that they did. There's no doubt about it. The costs are down. They still could be lower, but the costs are down. And they are working on the renewables. They talked about Ragged Island, and they're looking at other islands as well. And they are trying to meet that goal that they have of renewables 30% by 2030. That's very close, but they're working. But they need money. They need money to do it. And if people aren't paying their bills, it's going to be a challenge for everybody. This is a terrible cycle that we're on. What's the composition of those arrears? What portion are residential, commercial, or government entities? Okay. And this one says here, BEC wasted thousands and thousands of dollars paying overtime, food vouchers, and high salaries, even to youngsters who were just employed. They sold vouchers and bragged extensively. Now low on funds, this new BPL and the BEC old group are putting their losses on the backs of poor people. Hey, that all might be true, but they've got an issue with people who are running up bills and not paying them. And so all of it is a terrible thing to have on your back. Absolutely. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, more on this, and we've got the drawing of the Bahamas COVID vaccination raffle for today. You're listening to Morning Buzz.
Yes. We are working to protect our country, our people, and our livelihoods so that we can move forward. The vaccine is safe. The vaccine is easy. The vaccine is essential for our recovery. If we want to rebuild our economy, if we want to get back to our jobs, if we want to get back to our lives, our families, we must do this together.
Wendy's and Coca-Cola are back with $45,000 worth of upgrades for you. Upgrade your premium lunch combo to a large or purchase a large salad and a Coke product and get your scratch card for a chance to win thousands of prizes instantly. You can win a PlayStation 5, plane tickets with spending money, weekend hotel stays, an iMac, iPads, iPhone 13s, tool sets, washer and dryer set, and thousands more prizes. Visit Wendy's Facebook page for more details on the Upgrade My Life promotion. Rules and restrictions apply.
It's a different kind of Christmas but everything is here.
Yes, everything is here at Shop Smart Department Stores. 2 locations just for you. One on Mackey Street next to RBC and in the Prince Charles Shopping Plaza. Come on down. Everything is here. At Shop Smart. At Shop Smart. At Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Rev customers already get more channels, more sports, and more speed. Now, we're giving more Christmas with up to $250,000 in cash and prizes. Sign up or upgrade to Rev Trio to win prizes like rent and mortgage payments, trips to see your favorite sports teams, plus up to $20,000 cash vault. Want to win more Christmas? Call 601-8992 today and ask for Rev Trio. Rev, you and us together.
Open up this at the time of the year.
BTC spreading Christmas cheer.
To everybody whether far or near.
Move to the rhythm of Christmas round here. Switch to BTC for huge smartphone savings to celebrate the magic of Christmas. Get the iPhone 12 mini for just $199.99 plus a Christmas gift when you sign up for a postpaid plan. Get the new Alcatel A1B for just $19 or the Samsung A02 for just $39, that included. Plus a free 7-day prepaid combo and SIM card. Get yours today. This Christmas make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me.
Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Conditions apply.
Hello? Yes, it's time. I know, a lot sooner than we thought. Well, that's thanks to those returns from my RF mutual funds. You know they have some of the best performing funds in the market. Yep, with what I've been earning, I can finally set a date for my product launch. Draft the paperwork, I'm on my way.
Reach your financial goals sooner with RF Mutual Funds. Sign up by November 29th for a chance to win $1,000. Find out more at rfgroup.com. RF, money at work.
Physical distancing isn't the same as being socially distant. I know that sometimes it can be a bit difficult not being able to engage in the in-person social activities that we did before, whether that be going to the movies or just hanging out in person. But remember that different does not mean distant. As the generation of technology, we can get creative in planning virtual parties with friends and family. Play online games with fun virtual family parties. Start a cooking competition among cousins, or do a virtual dance party. If you do gather in person, however, remember to avoid gathering in large groups. Always ensure that you wear your mask to cover your mouth and nose. And remember, wash and sanitize your hands often.
This message is brought to you by the PAHO WHO Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Country Office, the Ministry of Health, and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition.
At CBS Bahamas, Black Friday is back and bigger than ever. Mark your calendars for Friday, November 26th. Set your clocks because doors open at 5 a.m. Wear your shopping shoes and get there early. There'll be deals galore in store on everything from hardware and lawn care to housewares and small appliances. It's all going down this Black Friday at CBS Bahamas Southwest Plaza, Carmichael Road. All COVID protocols will be strictly enforced.
You've tried everything. ASUS, with even hiding your money under your mattress. But is your money safe? Your Bahamian dollar deposit in a member bank or credit union is insured up to $50,000. If anything happens, your deposit up to the insured value will be returned to you thanks to Deposit Insurance. Visit Deposit Insurance Corporation at www.dic.bf.
Protection for your money guaranteed with DIC.
Your child needs nutrients every day, and Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder. This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Milk does not contain DHA, but contains calcium and other nutrients.
And we are back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strong along with Don Sargent. And it's that time again, Don, the Bahamas COVID vaccination raffle drawing. Yeah, and all you have to do to be a part of it.
Sorry? Free visas? No.
No. COVID vaccination raffle prizes. No visas. No. But all you have to do to be a part of this is to be registered, and all you have to be registered is to be vaccinated or partially vaccinated, and then you can enter. VaxBahamas.com is all you have to do. And today we've got two great prizes from Alive, tech prizes from Alive, and so one, you've got wireless headphones. That's great. I could use a pair of those wireless headphones, and two. Prize two is Galaxy 46mm watch. Hey, that sounds fantastic. Yeah? All right. So let's give away the wireless headphones. These are tech prizes donated by Alive. And the wireless headphones. The winner of the wireless headphones this morning, Carla Gilbert. Carla Gilbert, you are the winner of the wireless headphones donated by Alive this morning. Congratulations to Carla Gilbert. Great stuff there. All right. The second prize, the Galaxy 46mm watch. The winner of the Galaxy 46mm watch, Erica Bethel. Erica Bethel. Hey. Ericka Bethel. Bethel with two L's in case you're one of the other ones. Erica Bethel. You've won the Galaxy 46mm watch. These are wonderful tech prizes donated by Alive. Alive, thank you very much. And our partners at the U.S. Embassy, thank you all for this wonderful promotion. And we'll be giving away two more prizes tomorrow with the Bahamas COVID vaccination raffle. Congratulations to all winners. Thanks a lot. Don, I know you've got to run. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Absolutely, Dwight. Don't get your power turned off and wear your mask and be safe.
That's good advice. Good advice.
In that order.
Yeah. I'll be back in a few minutes with Morning Blend Business. We're going to be talking with BTC. They've got, they're getting ready for Black Friday. And more of what's in the news, business news, to get into more on BPL. And some other stuff as well. Coming up in just a few minutes after the news. Stay with us. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
It's all right. Tonight, let's celebrate.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas. This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Morning Blend Business on this Tuesday, November 23rd, 2021. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. This morning, we're going to be doing a lot of different things. We're going to be talking with BTC in just a bit. They have a lot going on, including Black Friday, a big Black Friday event planned, and we're going to hear from them about that. And we're going to get back to our conversation about BPL and the disconnections and the challenges they're facing, and about what the new board is going to be dealing with. So that's coming up this morning. And I know a lot of you still had some commentary about what we were talking about yesterday, about what needs to happen to save downtown Nassau, downtown Freeport. We'll see if we have time to get back to that. But we're going to begin with BTC. As we said, Christmas is coming. And Thursday's Thanksgiving. And, it's become a big thing here in the Bahamas, Black Friday. And there are Black Friday deals to be had on Friday. And according to BTC, Black Friday deals to be had all week long. And so that is very, very exciting. And this morning with Letitia Lord from the BTC about this. Letitia Lord. And are we connected with Letitia Lord as yet? Yeah? All right, we're still working on that. We're going to get that together. So again, their major Christmas campaign, and of course, time is flying, and it's really only about 5 weeks. 5 weeks to Christmas. So, we've got Letitia on. Good morning, Letitia. Great to have you with us.
Good morning. Good morning, Bahamas. It is great to be here. How are you?
Doing well. All right, so Black Friday is coming, but you've got the deals going on all week. So
all
BTC is
long, right?
Wow.
BTC, yes. We are
very
getting
serious
into
about
the
Christmas.
magic of Christmas, and we have specials that you just cannot miss on. Okay, we have specials. We have prepaid handsets that are 70% off on selected prepaid handsets. And
so
of
you're just
course,
giving them away.
we're just giving them away. And this is Black Friday. This is what people look forward to. This is what we're waiting on. People are calling every day. What are the Black Friday specials? Well, you're going to hear it firsthand. We have up to 70% off on selected prepaid items. And if you are a postpaid customer, we haven't forgotten about you. If you sign up for one of our plans, that's $149.99 and up. If you are a new or an existing customer that wants to upgrade your plan, you can get great buys on our cell phones. But most importantly, you can get that new Samsung S20 if you sign up for one of those plans for $149.99 and up. So you want to come on down into the store, take advantage of what's going on. Do not be the last person to walk in during Black Friday because, like I said, they are 70% off. So they are going to go. If you want to see the list of phones that's on special, check us out on Facebook. We have all of the specials, all of the deals on there. If you have a question, it's an interactive page, so someone will respond to you right away. We also have all of the plans. If you are someone that may be a prepaid customer and you're thinking about going over to postpaid because you want to take advantage of these great deals, all of the plans is on our website. So you can go to www.btcbahamas.com. You can get all of the information right there.
Yeah, because people were asking about the types of the handsets, but you say it's all there on the site.
That's right. That's right.
Now, all right. So you're saying all week long. So when did these specials start? This was yesterday. This is how long?
You can walk into the store right now, and this is not only New Providence. You can go into any one of your stores around the country and take advantage of the great Black Friday specials.
Okay, so you know how some people are like, okay, yeah, so you've got these on special Black Friday. There's going to be something even more remarkable. Is that how it's going to be? Or should you take advantage of it now because of
I would advise
supplies?
to take advantage of what's happening. 70% off is a great deal. That's an amazing deal. Now, if the CEO decides to pull something out of the hat the day of Black Friday, then hey, that will definitely be announced. And
but
just
you're
so
taking
you know,
a chance.
We don't have Black Fridays at BTC. We have Blue Fridays.
Oh, okay. And tell us more about that. What is that about? Because of the color,
that's just
the
our
logo?
branded name for Black Friday. So everywhere else have Black Fridays, BTC has Blue Fridays. That's our color. That's That's what we represent.
Yeah, there you go. Very good. Guardian Radio can relate. Guardian Radio is blue as well, so we can relate to that. That's wonderful. All right, so tell us more about what type of things we'll be seeing this week and that we can take advantage of.
Well, like I said, there's so many great buys right now going on. I would advise that if you're not following us already on Facebook, go ahead, follow us on Facebook. All of the handsets will be posted there on the page. And if you have any questions, you want to know how you can port over, because, of course, we do have great port over specials where you can get a free device once you port over to BTC. We have all of these great deals going on. So you want to follow us on Facebook. If you want to talk to someone, you can definitely give us a call at 225-5282, and we can answer all of your questions, your port over questions, your migrating from prepaid to postpaid questions. Some people want to know what plan they need to sign up for. If they're to make them eligible for that free device, we can give you all of that information. So connect with us right away. If you are one of those people, we know that a lot of people are still concerned about walking into a store. So, of course, you can take advantage of these sales as well virtually. So you can go to our website. And if you want to pay your bill, it takes 2 minutes to pay your bill. Like Fast Pay, you put in your phone number, you put the amount that you want to pay, and in 2 minutes, the bill is paid. So we're making it convenient for our customers. We're making it super affordable for you to have a great handset in your hand, something that you will love, something that you will enjoy. And we're encouraging people not to wait for the last minute. We do know that people already have their Christmas trees up. So don't be that last person to walk into the store to put that gift, that number one gift item under the tree. While we have these 70% off on these great prepaid handsets, you want to get your device, get that wrapped up and put that under the tree, and that's one gift that's out of the way. So we're making sure that our customers can take advantage of these great deals early. You can be happy and comfortable that you're going to miss out on that hustle and bustle. So you want to come on in now. Like we said, this Black Friday promotion is going on all week long. So don't be the last one to walk through the doors.
Yeah, and I have a feeling it's going to be a very hectic holiday season around here. So, yeah,
this is the first Christmas that we can get together for, Christmas, and you can get around the tree, and you don't have a limited amount of people that can come to the home. So I anticipate big events, lots of holiday cheer. So everyone deserves a gift this Christmas.
Nah. Wow. Yep. All right. So you've got this special week, but you've been having some great offers. There are going to be some great offers for December. Tell us about that. It's crazy to believe that December starts next week. That is.
Yeah.
Wow.
It seems like November just came and ran out in in the speed of light. It just left us so fast. But
what is happening? The Grinch is stealing time. The Grinch is stealing time, I believe. But anyway,
that's right. So we have super fast internet bundles that will start from only $99.99 and up, and that's for want to sign up for bundles for the home. We know we still have a lot of people that are doing virtual schooling, virtual work. So we want to make sure that our customers have super fast extreme internet bundles. They are super affordable. That's $99.99 with up to 150 megapixels of speed. You have 157 channels plus a chance to win $1,000 every single week once you sign up for one of those bundles with BTC.
Wait! You're bearing the lead there. Say that part again. The chance to win what?
$1,000. So if you sign up for one of our internet bundles, so this is home now. This is not your cell phone. This is if you sign up for a bundle at your house. So home, TV, internet, right? And it has to be a plan that's $99.99 and up. You are entered to win $1,000.
Wow.
That's right.
And every week someone is going to win. That's amazing. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. And everybody is talking about super fast internet, right? It never seems like it's enough speed. So upgrading, this is on so many people's minds. Let's talk about that and how much of a difference this makes and how you can tell when you're on a network like this.
Oh, there's a huge difference. there will be no comparison, especially if you're on our high-speed fiber network, okay? So you will tell right away, and then, of course, you have your speed detectors that you can go on our website. You can test the speeds. You can test the speeds, BTC versus our competitors, you know? So you'll see, especially if you're someone that's using the Fire Sticks and things like that to watch your TV, your live streaming, you'll notice how fast the speeds are. And I promise you will never, ever switch to the other guy.
Wow. All right. And so, again, that chance to win $1,000 is only for new customers.
That's right. Or if you're upgrading. If you're upgrading.
Upgrading too. Okay.
For that $99.99 plan, you get that special.
Yeah. Okay. That is fantastic. And you've got some other December offers. Tell us about those.
So if you activate a $7 combo plan, this is back to your prepaid. We do have the new TCL 20E that's new to the market, new to BTC's market for only $159, and then you'll get a free gift. So if you want to take advantage of these great devices and you want a great deal on them, and I do know that this is a new device and you want to touch it, feel it, play with it, we do have it on our shelves in the stores. So you want to come on by, take a look at it. We know that our market is just, you know, we love our Samsungs and we love our iPhones. But we want you to know that this new TCL 20E, you have to come in and you have to take a look at it. I promise you, you will fall in love. And
what's so special about it? Because, you know, as you said,
combo plan.
What's so special about it? Because a lot of people are like, it's like they have shares in iPhone or Samsung.
So once you are an iPhone or a Samsung lover, it's hard for you to convince that customer to switch over to something new. But I encourage you, if you cannot go on into the store, go onto our website. All of the specs for this device is there, and you can do your comparison yourself. And for a very low price of $159 plus a free gift for the Christmas, you cannot beat that. You definitely cannot beat that. So you want to come on in, and if you purchase a $99.99 postpaid plan or higher, you get a free Samsung A21 and a free gift. So if you notice, we're making sure that our prepaid customers, our postpaid customers, our land customers, or our home customers, everyone has a special deal this Christmas holiday. And again, I know it's so much for you to retain while we talk for about 10 minutes on air. So again, go to our website. Go to the website, take a look at everything that we have to offer, and walk on into BTC. Or take advantage of our virtual options if you want to buy virtually.
Okay, all right. It's very exciting stuff. What are the hours like this week? Any changes? And Black Friday or Blue Friday, as you say, are you opening earlier?
Any changes? We will make an announcement on our social media platform. So follow us, stay tuned. We'll make sure that all of the information is out there so that our customers are aware of time change. But I do know that our Mall of Marathon will be super early on Black Friday. So you want to walk on into the store. Normally, the store is open at 6 a.m. We will confirm.
So get some rest. Get some rest and get ready to shop this week, especially Friday at BTC. Boy, this is very exciting. I can hear the excitement in your voice. Letitia Lord, thank you so much. And
thank you so
great
much
information there. Thank you very much to you and to BTC. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the holidays.
You too. Take care.
All right. We're going to take a break and be back with more. This is Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Girl, you see how Cora eye look funny, all black up yesterday?
But she say she bumped into a wall when she's running after the churn them.
Yeah, but last Saturday, you see her arm was all black and blue, right?
So what you saying? You think something wrong between her and Jack?
I ain't sure, but you know Jack is a jealous man. I hear him and Cora last Friday. I hear him say he hear Cora have eyes for Junior.
Now you know that ain't true. Cora is a good woman, does mind her business, take care of them churn, and go to church every Sunday. So what you think we should do?
I think we should report Jack, you know. Cora don't say nothing, but silence hides violence, and we don't want to line up in in the cemetery.
Not me. I ain't getting in nobody business. Then Jack come after me and I land up next to Cora.
No, man, we could call a text Crime Stopper. And remember, we can even get some grocery money for our tip.
Remind me again, how does this work?
We can call them in Miami at 328-TIPS or 328-8477. Or when we in the island, call toll-free at 300-TIPS or 300-8477. And if you don't have no minutes, use the Crack Crime Bahamas app and we could text them and the messages get all mixed up before it leave your phone so nobody can know what you saying.
So what we waiting on then? Let's go earn some grocery money.
At Fidelity, the holidays are all about family, spending time with loved ones, and being thankful for the little things in life. Worrying about bills should be the last thing on your mind, especially during the holidays. Let Fidelity help you get your bills under control. Fidelity can also get you started with a real savings plan that actually pays you interest. The only thing you need to think of in your pocket this Christmas. Now that's what I'm talking about. Fidelity Bank is here for you this holiday season because you are family, and family is important to us.
This traffic report is brought to you by Shield Insurance and Prudential Loss Adjusters.
Gladstone Road still having challenges with the traffic getting out there onto JFK over Samalabala Highway. Now, the line is lengthy there, but it is moving. And that's because there is some assistance with Tony Swing West Lane allowing some of that Samalabala traffic to get out of there. So that traffic is on the move. Even though it's still in there, it's on the move and it's getting out. Carmichael Road on the exit to Blue Hill Road, moving as well. It's only as traffic approaches the hill where it really slows up getting over that hill into the Tony Swing roundabout below. Independence Drive, West Lane, Independence Drive, East Lane. They're both loaded, headed into the roundabouts. One on Blue Hill Road side and one on the East Street side. Familiar things are happening at this hour of the morning. Crowding on Soldier Road, especially in the Kennedy up on the Life area, going into the Old Trail area. Then there's the familiar congestion on Prince Charles Drive from Soldier Road headed into the Marathon intersection. And Marathon Road, of course, is loaded with traffic on the North Lane getting out there onto Wolf Road. Soldier Road also has a heavy traffic flow going into that Wolf Road traffic light. You've got Soldier Road coming in there, and you've also got Bernard Road coming in there. That's crowding that traffic light down, slowing things in the area. And the Eastern Road traffic still quite hefty out there, so it's a slow ride out to Shirley Street along the Eastern Road. And by this time, traffic is really built up out west. From the West Bend, actually, solid slow lines going into that roundabout there at Saunders Street. This NASA traffic report this hour is service of Beyond Flags. They've got customer appreciation going on now. 20 to 50% store-wide sale is happening. They're located next door to Columbus Primary School on Wolf Road. Call them at 328-8250. That's 328-8250. Beyond Flags on Facebook and Instagram for more details. With your Riders Guy, look at traffic in real time. I'm VANN.
Michael was in a hurry. Sisters managed his claim and got him the settlement he deserved. Sierra's roof received hurricane damage. Thanks to Prudential, she and her kids are happy with their claim settlement. Tammy fractured her ankle in a slip and fall. Prudential saved her time, money, and peace of mind. Prudential Loss Adjusters are here for you whenever a tragedy strikes. Call 322-4026 now.
Don't wait for disaster to strike. This hurricane season, be ready. Protect your home with an affordable and comprehensive home insurance policy from Shield Insurance. You can't control what nature blows your way, but with Shield Insurance, you can rest easy as you ride out the storm. Protect your largest and most valuable investment. Don't take a chance. Put your home in our hands.
Shield Insurance agents and brokers in Nassau. Call 356-7202 or Freeport 352-5945.
You can win. You can win. Everybody can win with Esso. Win with Esso every week in the Fill Up and Win this Christmas promotion. Simply spend $25 or more in fuel, write your name, email, and telephone number on the back of your receipt, and drop it in the entry box provided for your chance to win loads of weekly prizes. Promotion ends December 22nd, 2021. Terms and conditions apply. Visit bettergasmileage.com/fill-up-and-win for more details. The Esso brand is a trademark of ExxonMobil Corporation and is used under license.
Report brought to you by CFAL. Minister of Works and Utilities Alfred Sears says that Shell North America is still willing to partner with government, though negotiations over a power purchase agreement have dragged on for years now, and those negotiations will be passed on to a new BPL board of directors installed only yesterday. The new board will also have to come up with a strategy to retire BPL's more than $290 million legacy debt. and raise money to carry out crucial capital work projects to improve electricity distribution across the country. Shell's power purchase agreement was to conclude with BPL having built 2 new power plants and with money in hand to improve transmission and distribution systems. But with the rate reduction bond designed to raise more than $500 million seemingly taken off the table, those capital projects will have to be shelved until the money can be recognized. Sears says that he could not say what strategy may be employed to raise the money needed by BPL, explaining that it is the job of the newly appointed board. And Sears also saying that fuel hedging will continue to be a priority for the new BPL board. He says they'll have to renegotiate or negotiate a new fuel hedging deal if Bahamians want to continue to enjoy lower electricity bills. Sears, who made the remarks during a press conference to announce a new board yesterday, said with oil prices on the rise, Bahamians can rest assured that there will be some fuel hedging deal put in place as the current one comes to an end. We'll have more on fuel in a moment, but also in business news, Virgin Atlantic made its first flight to the Bahamas over the weekend, with the leg being described as a test, as the airline is scheduled to get its official welcome with all the fanfare tomorrow. Virgin is expected to make 2 round-trip flights to the Bahamas per week. The country has been picking up numerous new routes from airlines like United Airlines, Virgin Airlines, and Frontier Airlines. British Airways has expanded its service to 6 days per week as well. Director General of Tourism Joy Gibberlew saying recently the country has been trying to attract Virgin for some time and finally got the airline to the table and showed them the numbers. You can read more about her comments in today's Guardian business section. Overseas, U.S. President Joe Biden today ordered 50 million barrels of oil released from the nation's strategic reserve to help bring down energy costs in coordination with other major energy-consuming nations, including China, India, and the United Kingdom. The move is aimed at global energy markets, but also at voters who are coping with higher inflation and rising prices ahead of Thanksgiving and winter holiday travel. Gas prices are about $3.40 a gallon in the U.S., more than 50% higher than their price a year ago, according to the American Automobile Association. Administration officials say the reports of a possible release and consultations with other countries ahead of the announcement had caused oil prices to drop nearly 10% in anticipation of the news. The government will begin to move barrels into the market in mid to late December. There was no discernible impact on the price for benchmark barrel of U.S. crude right after the announcement. Prices have been up and down all month and were up less than 1% so far in holiday-shortened week in the U.S. Biden has scrambled to reshape much of his economic agenda around the issue of inflation, saying that his recently passed $1 trillion infrastructure package will reduce price pressures by making it more efficient and cheaper to transport goods. And Italy's antitrust watchdog has fined Apple and Amazon a total of more than 200 million euros or $225 million for cooperating to restrict competition in the sale of Apple and Beats branded products in violation of European Union rules. An investigation found that provisions in a 2018 agreement between the U.S. tech giants limited access to Italy's Amazon marketplace to selected resellers, according to the Italian Competition Authority. The watchdog slapped Apple with a 134.5 million euro or $151.32 million fine, and Amazon with a 68.7 million euro or $77.29 million. Also ordered them to end the restrictions and give resellers access in a non-discriminatory manner. Both Apple and Amazon say they will appeal. Closer to home in your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX from Monday, your market movers, AML Foods Limited moving 1,000 shares, closing down 63 cents to $5.74. Bank of the Bahamas moving 500, unchanged at $2.36. Commonwealth Bank moving 25,200, up 5 cents to $2.55. Commonwealth Brewery moving 5,000, down 27 cents to $8.75. Consolidated Water up 6 cents to $2.28. Emira Incorporated down 2 cents to $11.49. The BISX All Share Index closing at 2,120.39, up 4.47. That's your Market Watch. And that is your morning business report brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Helping out each other. Helping out each other, family and everybody. It's a simple act of kindness with you, me, and RBC.
RBC wants to spread acts of kindness during this festive season. One simple act of kindness for our friends, co-workers, and communities can cause the brightest smile. Help a stranger, give a food basket, or call an elderly person. Share your stories at facebook.com/RBC Caribbean.
Acts of kindness, RBC.
Janae's Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get 20 to 50% off selected Christmas decorations. Restrictions apply. Green or white in a variety of sizes. LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels, Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls, garlands, wreaths, red and white stringed cranberry, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Janae's Limited. WhatsApp 817-3295.
What does Christmas mean to you? What about making a loved one's face smile bright or driving your own car? CIBC First Caribbean gives you up to 100% financing on auto loans. Apply online and let our auto financing take you places this Christmas. Visit CIBCFCIB.com for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Let me ask you a few questions. What's your name?
Pam.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Is your money safe?
It's under my bed, so I guess so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why?
Unless you're a credit union that's a member of the Deposit Insurance Corporation, there's no guarantee it's safe.
Yeah, but what if something happens to the bank?
Your Bahamian dollar deposits are insured up to $50,000, so you'd still be ahead. Plus, your mattress might catch fire. Then what?
Man, those banks and credit unions are looking good right about now.
Visit the DIC's website at www.dic.bs. Protection for your money, guaranteed with DIC.
Food security is a challenge for many. Now in a pandemic, many more are unsure of their next meal. Through their Feed 5,000 program and a $20,000 donation, AML is working to ensure that everyone has a meal for the holidays, and they're inviting you to help. Now until December 17th, visit any Solomon's, Costrite, Fresh Market, or Domino's in Nassau or Freeport, and Exuma Markets in Georgetown to donate and help feed a family in need this Christmas. No amount is too small. Remember, we're all in this together.
And we're back here with Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan with you. And we're going to pick up a conversation we were having before the business hour started about BPL and what's going on there. You heard some of that in the business report about the challenges they're facing, the issue with Shell North America, the issue with fuel hedging, and just now the new board being responsible for coming up with a new mandate, a new way forward, as it appears that the rate reduction bond may be off the table unless the new board recommends that as well. Does it set back the plans that have been in motion? What will this mean? And we've got a lot of your reactions before about what needs to happen. We want to get back that people owe BPL. Of course, many of you have questions like, okay, yeah, we're sure that residential customers do, but what about commercial customers? What about those? I'm sure those bills are bigger than what the residential folks owe, right? Are you aggressively going after them? So many questions. But let's take a listen again to what they're saying, what CEO Whitney Hasty is saying about their challenges and the way for what they hope to do about it. We've got this report for you by our Tashina Robinson.
Consumers owe Bahamas Power and Light over $100 million, according to BPL CEO Whitney Hasty. The energy supplier gave struggling customers a break during the COVID-19 pandemic, allowing an extended period to pay the balance of bills. Still, some customers continue to face payment troubles.
What we found was those who were disconnected, whether it be, and they sent down in 6 months or 25% down and 12 months to pay, it made little difference. That the pattern of individuals who were disconnected initially remained the same. It was not long after that they were put back on the grid. Even with 12 months to pay, they found themselves disconnected again.
BPL resumed disconnections in July of last year. Since then, the company changed its policy, raising its threshold for disconnections from $300 to $500. Those disconnected, however, must come up with half the outstanding amount to get back on the grid.
BPL is in dire straits financially, and therefore we have reverted to our 50% policy if you are disconnected from the grid, with 6 months to pay, because we found, like I said, that the 25 and 12 months didn't yield much for the consumer. So that's where we are today. We're back to 50% of what it is that you would owe with 6 months to pay.
Hi, Tashina Robinson with that report there. Very serious situation. They are in dire straits, and many of their customers are as well. This is not going to be easy for anybody. Want to get more of your views on it. Lots of people saying, yeah, prepaid meters will be the way. Some passionate responses about this, that just pay for what you use, and if you go over, you know that you're gonna have to pay, but you won't get you won't use more than you have already paid for, which will be good to keep some people in line and cause some people to live, well, never be in a situation where the power is disconnected again, hopefully. But what say you about that? What do you, BPL's been talking about that for a number of years, but what's been the holdup? 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, 422-4796. Yesterday, of course, the new board was introduced. For more on that, take a listen to this report from our Kyle Joaquin.
That is a very, very ambitious target, but it is one that we have to and we must achieve.
The goal of having 30% of power generation comprising of renewable energy is a top priority, according to Sears, as he announced the new board of directors for Bahamas Power and Light. Another goal, BPL's fuel hedge strategy, which is set to expire shortly. According to Sears, professional services firm Deloitte will begin a rapid assessment of BPL's rate reduction bond and hedge strategy this week to determine the way forward.
The good thing about this is that in the short time that I've been here, which is 2 months, right? Proposals are coming in from all, you could not imagine the sources who are presenting proposals and are prepared to pay off the legacy debt and so on. So there is never a shortage of options, but it is for the board.
The company's legacy debt of nearly $300 million remains a major concern. As for negotiations with Shell North America, which have been ongoing for years now, Sears says the foreign company recently met with the Prime Minister.
The conversation, Shell is available and has expressed its willingness as the government recalibrates to work and facilitate, and is willing to partner with the government.
BPL's new chairman says while there are a number of issues to be dealt with within a timely manner, he's up to the challenge.
That's a lot of things to try and accomplish. We talk about 30% by 2030. Whatever the challenges may be, we can't afford at this stage to say it's too hard, because this is all we've got.
For the Guardian News Network, I'm Kyle Joaquin.
There, let's get your views on it. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us. Of of course, that 30% by 2030. BPL has been saying that for a number of years now. It's been questionable how we are doing as we're moving so slowly in this regard. But Ragged Island, definitely that's starting us on the path. But still so much more to be done in just, my goodness, 9 years. So that board has its work cut out for it, and it's going to be an interesting time for them, definitely. But what should BPL's response be to folks who are in arrears? Is this, as they are very much aware that you start these plans, but you keep getting a bill in the absence of fuel hedging? Prepaid meters. How will this work? How is it going to be possible at all? So let's hear your suggestions, your solutions on this. And if you have any idea what has been the holdup with the prepaid meters, we'd love to talk to you about it. And maybe you are in a situation, and it's been, especially since the pandemic, very difficult for you. What can be done? Is there anything at all that they need to think about in this regard? You can text us 422-4796 and give you the numbers to call in as well. Now, we know a lot of you yesterday, we got some messages later in the show about what our discussion was yesterday about downtown Nassau, downtown Freeport, and the challenges there. So you can also get those messages in that we didn't get to. You can call us and tell us about what's happening with downtown. We know we still have so many issues, so many complaints, but still so little progress being made on this. The current administration has promised local government for New Providence. We don't know what form that's going to take. We know that the elections are coming for local government in the Family Islands. But as we discussed yesterday, just the vision statements don't seem to be a part of this. People just get into the position and they just... But what is your plan? Do you not need to have one? Are you just really an administrator? You just push the paper from here to there, and that's that. But no real idea on what needs to change, what needs to be adjusted to make the place work better, to make the place look better. Why are we not thinking along those lines when every major city and minor city, small towns, villages all over the world think about those things? Think about aesthetically and functionally how this area where we all live works, and but never seems to be taken into consideration here. Buildings do, businesses do, but other than that, and I guess homeowners as well, but no collective thought on that. What is the issue? Why don't we think like that? So I want to hear from you all of these issues. So many things going on. Let's get to what you are thinking about this and what we can do to make this better. We're going to have to take a break in a second. We'll get to these. Okay, we're going to get to this in a bit. Let's take that break now, and then we'll get into this with all of you on Morning Blend Business here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Janae's Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get 20 to 50% off selected Christmas decorations. Restrictions apply. Trees in pink, frosted green or white in a variety of sizes. LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels, Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls, garlands, wreaths, red and white stringed cranberry, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Janae's Limited. WhatsApp 817-3295.
What does Christmas mean to you? What about making a loved one's face smile bright or driving your own car? CIBC First Caribbean gives you up to 100% financing on auto loans. Apply online and let our auto financing take you places this Christmas. For more information, terms and conditions apply.
Girl, Girl, you see how Cora eye look funny, all black up yesterday?
But she say she bump into a wall when she's running after the churn them.
Yeah, but last Saturday, you see her arm was all black and blue, right?
So what you saying? You think something wrong between her and Jack?
I ain't sure, but you know Jack is a jealous man. I hear him and Cora last Friday. I hear him say he hear Cora have eyes for Junior.
Now you know that ain't true. Cora is a good woman, does mind her business, take care of them churn, and go to church every Sunday. So what you think we should do?
I think we should report Jack, you know. Cora don't say nothing, but silence hides violence, and we don't want to line up in the cemetery.
Not me. I ain't getting in nobody business, then Jack come after me, and I line up next to Cora.
No, man, we could call a text Crime Stopper. And remember, we can even get some grocery money for our tip.
Remind me again, how does this work?
We can call them in Miami at 328-TIPS or 328-8477. Or when we in the island, call toll-free at 300-TIPS or 300-8477. And if you don't have no minutes, use the Crack Crime Bahamas app, and we could text them. Mix up before it leave your phone so nobody can know what you saying.
So what we waiting on then? Let's go earn some grocery money.
Food security is a challenge for many. Now in a pandemic, many more are unsure of their next meal. Through their Feed 5,000 program and a $20,000 donation, AML is working to ensure that everyone has a meal for the holidays, and they're inviting you to help. Now until December 17th, visit any Solomon's, Costrite, Fresh Market, or Domino's in Nassau or Freeport, and Exuma Markets in Georgetown to donate and help feed a family in need this Christmas. No amount is too small. Remember, we're all in this together.
And we are back here with Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio, 96.9. Dwight Strong with you. We're talking about BPL and BPL's woes there. And Alfred Sears, the minister responsible for works and utilities, talking about this yesterday. As you heard, he said Shell is still willing to partner with the government, though negotiations have dragged on for years now. And you also heard him say that there are people who are coming forward, companies coming forward who are offering to take over the legacy debt. I mean, that's okay. In exchange for what? That is really quite something. I'd love to hear more about that. But let's get your views on all of this that's going on there. Of course, we need to know. This is going to be all of us that pay for this and to get things back on track. But let's hear from you. Good morning, caller. You're on Morning Blend Business.
Yes, good morning, Dwight. Alan Johnson.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. They'll take over the legacy debt as long as we continue to pay these exorbitant bills per kilowatt hours.
Huh.
The problem we have is that, this BTC thing has been like a conch salad type environment where you have people make utterances and for me, for the last decade, I've been trying to get a full understanding of this, requesting data, requesting information to substantiate decisions being made, what it's been pumping out, trying to find an actual rebuilding of a grid to a smart environment. We talk about solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, all of these different things. We talk about net billing, gross billing. Now we have reverse billing, all of these things. We talk about smart meters, back meters. We talk about a digital economy, which requires 98% consumption of electricity. We talk about all of these things as if though we actually know what we're talking about. We're just making noise. But the problem is that even if you look at solar energy, the way solar energy prices have been reduced, and with this 2030 goal, and the fact that the government of the Bahamas, believe it or not, depends on a carbon-based tax environment, meaning that literally if you look across our economy, we have not built an economy to remove ourselves of carbon tax, even though we talk about it. You talk about the bills. The bills, what people say, how are they going to pay? Well, just look at the economy. Look at the fact that we have an 80 to 100,000 job vacancy in this country. Look at the fact that Bahamians have not been paid a livable wage, yet the cost of electricity is well above the threshold for any economy to survive. Look at the fact that BPL does its best to undermine the economics of the attorney with the continuous blackouts and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm simply saying that we're only talking about this. Energy and data are the two currencies of the 21st century for which we live in. And we have yet to find, other than soundbite governance, a concentrated, complete, comprehensible plan that I can pick up, not from the minister mode today, from the board tomorrow, from the junior minister tomorrow, the day after, from the blueprint for change, as the PLP puts it, an actual strategy so we can pick up and know exactly what we're doing, when we're going to do it, benchmarks to achieve, what it's going to cost, the true legacy debt that we hold there, the true about how many homes is disconnected from the grid. Remember, this is directly connected to the education system, and it's directly connected to the labor system. So this is like an organism in your body. It's like almost like we have terminal cancer, and we're ignoring the fact that this is going to, what they call it, metabolize or whatever, and go to the rest of the body.
Something like that. Yeah. Right. You're very right.
Tell
Sam,
the
thank you.
government of the Bahamas to bring us, or put them in front of us, an executable plan, a strategy, so that we could read and critique with all of the data that is there and all of the information for us to make a decision and input and participate in our economy.
Okay, thank you very much. Very interesting. Yeah, we do need that information. Getting quite a few of your messages here about this. This one says here, like you said, Dwight, where is vision and progress? Government after government, just maybe they have none. Just one status quo and business as usual. We need a real new day, real change and paradigm shift. And to choose whoever is willing and able to do it. It's going to have to come from us. All right. So you can't expect it to come from the elected officials. Well, that would be nice, right? But we need to have the idea and tell them they need to put it into effect, make it come true. So we need to do this. This one says here, Dwight, my light's been off since before the pandemic. It was $600 at the time, and they still bill me. It's almost $3,000 because of the meter. What? I don't understand what you're saying. It's been off, but you were still getting billed? That's very, very, very odd. It's been off, and you're still getting billed. So BPL, they are charging me for meters, for the meter every month. It's very ridiculous. I give up on BPL a little while now. So now I'm going solar. Well, something's odd with your story. Why didn't you pay them? Okay. Anyway, this person says here, encourage, accommodate, incentivize rooftop solar water heating. That's what people need to do. And they're saying for the customers, meet them halfway. Why are we still messing with BPL anyway? Shouldn't we be pushing for cleaner energy? We can do both. Okay, folks. Another one here. Further, since most commerce depends on electricity, increases in prices has an inflationary effect, so you may not be able to afford anything. Then the gap between the wealthy and poor would increase. Then the societal collapse begins. It's very scary. Yeah. And another message here. You have a lot of Bahamians who don't like paying bills, believing that they are supposed to have a free pass while everyone else has to pay their bills. So it doesn't matter what plan BPL puts in place to work with them, they will still not pay. Well, this goes back to the suggestions about the prepaid meter, right? So if you are going to get, you're only going to get a certain amount. Once you use that up, you've got to put in more money before you get any more. So BPL's giving you service without you paying for it. You do have a deposit, but and they're beholden to you to give you the bill, and some people pay only half, and then the cycle starts all over again. It's vicious. But prepaid would make things a little bit different for those who are having issues, definitely, and for them. And then this one here, in response to Alfred Church, says they've got companies who are saying they wish they would be willing to pay off the legacy debt. This is, I believe you are so correct, Texter. I'm sure there'd be companies coming forward wishing to buy New Providence too. We have $2 billion in debt due in 2 years. That is very scary, and I trust you. Trust me, that some of them have considered it, selling it to them. I would be surprised. Like, would it be a problem if we sold New Providence? But what about all the people? Yeah, well, yeah, boy. All right. We're going to continue to follow this. Seattle asking some great questions. We do need some more details. We'll reach out to BPL to provide us with more information, just how many of the people in arrears are residential customers. And what about the commercial customers and the government agencies? Are they paying? How much do they owe? It would be great to get a full picture. They are a public corporation after all. So, yeah. Let's keep asking those questions, folks. Thank you very much for taking part in the show today, Morning Blend Business and Morning Blend. I hope you have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan, have a great one. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green coming up next.